subjects. There's no need Chris Browning. Flip out and grab a beam parallel. You see, we dismount him. This clip will lift your crib off his frame. You see, we flip houses. Funny, he spoke on it because word would hit G without him. What? Nigga, we doubt he even a P. I talked to his old hoe who don't hoe, say it's just free sex. Yeah, we text. So when your kids go outside to play, inside of mine is where I recess. She said, you were no angel in a relationship by any stretch. But be blessed. Yeah. I ain't no shit on this bitch. Whole time I've been on ZX. Nigga, what? Nigga, system refresh. Fuck it. I have your mom console you for the low. I'm talking PS3 cheat. Yo, Gotti on the way. I seen this cheat sheet. They'll identify you by the DNA or tooth. PSCC. You'll see him be another rapper. Shot. I will ESTG. What? Nigga, and can you please take the me and the we out of us? If a pin pull up, it's the what? Nigga, get the cream out of pus. I get a girl banking information. In addition, reroute a trust. Show them how to be a porn star. If need, teach them how to fuck. If I had to sell crack, I'd study rock. It's nothing, G. I'll adjust. What the fuck? Nigga, he out of touch. Nigga, Salaikum Salam, you know he hit a beef with the nicest. Get it? Salaikum? No. Salami. He hit a beef with the nicest. Cold turkey out of nowhere. You finna leave with the itis. Got this ham out loud when he a chicken. Fucking thinking he violent. When that's phony baloney, cause real P's and G's move in silence. Get it? Phony baloney, the P's and the G's move in silence. What? String a rhyme in a battle rap, which is tug of war. Yes, tug of war. So tell me, why would you pull it? Nigga, the clip will shave the side of your head. When's the last time you guys seen a mullet? Then what happens? When's the last time you guys seen a mullet? If you were a Microsoft Excel presentation, nigga, we couldn't find any bullets. Must be on that tough acting, because we couldn't find any footage. Yeah. Battle rap royalty, boy, it's me. And you ain't got real rank in the king. Yeah. So let's get Aladdin out of here with no bread on the market. Still taking to eat. You know how much it cost to get me in the battle online for real playing with me? It was $500, but he kept it a stack and still gave me a Z. Who playing with me? Who playing for me? I don't fucking pray to the priests because they lie, commit sins. Yeah, police corrupt. So what the fuck crime did I commit then? I declare martial law right now. Ask about my permits then. Throw a fit, load the clip, knee shot, I commit sins. What the fuck? What? Or I can let the meal bank heads. Yeah. The course is delicious. They have investigators looking at your shit like forks and inches. This shit expensive cooking. Yeah, how it's looking, you can't afford the dishes. G or may means it ain't pretty because the gorgeous different. What the fuck? What? Nigga? Facts. Nigga? Then what happens? Nigga, I could teach niggas this pen shit and go on tour and fucking hand out pamphlets. Yeah. I'm so fire, I could book against anybody that hand out matches. Yeah. Shout out to Yo-Yo who put this together looking for a standout classic. Yeah, because your job is my job. And what I do in Ham House, graphic. What? Nigga, the facts is they said my career dead. Yeah, but then I went live and it did well. That's like a cocaine dealer being flaky because he didn't grind with fish scale. I done seen everything, stings, undercover raids. I do crime on big scales. So this hairdo may scare you, but I call it surviving the pigtails. Time, nigga. What?
Cold case.
Have yourself
GX.
a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light.
Word Sport Battlegrounds.
From now on.
Y'all can hear me? All right, let's get it. You say quantum physics, and then what happens? They say, what is it? They start to look at you odd. Joseph Selby authored, I want the physics of God, stringing theories of religion. You want to know how I feel? Look up Outwitting the Devil. That's by Napoleon Hill. My last battle, I realized if I do less, it'll do more. But I'm doubling the digits. Okay, maybe that was too forward. How should I put this? Hey, yo, Earl, is it true you sold your soul to get rid of your daughter's tumor? Well, Satan should have reneged and gave that little bitch 2 more. You more likely to make these niggas get borderlines. I can't call you a pedophile, but nigga, you borderline. I ain't sinister or divine, but please tell us who you are. This is the God of war, I am Mars. If I shoot for the stars, your daughter and your mother tats become permanent bullet scars. I'm sick of SARS and sick of cell, the sickle slice through cells of a slit as I cut your horse throat. Like, baby, what's your sign? Who gives a fuck? Get our horse throat. Each time he gets a new bitch, I skin graft in every Q he tax. She'll bleed to death, it's just sell your persona, that's pussy, that's how I feel he acts. I'm about to corner the market for necrophiliacs. You say your host is cold, that's subjective, but now it's really facts. Really that's just a precursor, your fallen angels bent. I'm fucking through heaven and hell, that's quantum entanglement. You should see the lights in the canvas and how I angled it. First off, I had to angle it. That's the only way I can make it fit. Her head spin just like the Exorcist. My interest is where the interest is. Her legs is where the exodus. She started chanting moans in 17 simultaneous tones reversing exodus. And then I bust. She's coughing up spiders, maggots, and angel dust. Hit my line if you ever lost the angel in Los Angeles, as nigga probably watching from monitors in the kitchen. But what happens here happens there. She's the superposition. Are you not entertained? Enough for the science fiction. Matter of fact, fuck battle rap and all that. Let's get to these facts. Human trafficking happens all over the world, including the United States. It just so happened California, the state with the highest rate. Children stolen from families. Women morbidly raped. If that don't make your heart ache, bitch, nigga, you fake. Guard your families with your life. Don't make this dire mistake. Don't let your daughter move in the QP neighborhood like it's straight. Because in 1 year alone, in California, there's been 1,507 victims. And to this date, QP answers his phone as 1,508. This don't take a quantum computer to calculate. They didn't take Rock State. You got an underage girl. Hold on. My bad. Wait. On IG Live, you had to show documents from the state that she was born in 2000, whatever. Great. When you said she was 18, were you referring to her? Wait. This isn't even a battle. Whatever that paper states, it doesn't change the fact that when you was 26, she was 8. Now, I don't know what I want more emphasis. Go Black Law, the morphosis, or anthropomorphic morphosis. Either way, I pray to the ether of metamorphosis. Happens inside the embryo if she ever hits that coat line. It transmutes the fluid in the spine to liquid benzoylecgonine. And it doesn't develop ligaments, no head, legs, wrist, or fist. It's ears, eyes, nose, mouth, and genitals in one orifice. Its solar plexus hears, sees, and tastes the cries of tears of piss. So basically, she's giving birth to a zero-pointed starfish. And this allergic reactions are fatal to our dioxide. It takes its first breath and its death in the dioxide. I know that I shouldn't say this. I need to fire my editor. But is QP for quantum physics? Or is it for quiet predator? This rhyme is quite prolific, check quality and prestige. If you don't feel what I'm saying, you probably quadriplegic. Collegiate. I'm not the one to test your grammar on. Flow so heavy the grammatine. Initially, I am the guy to walk and test your grammatine. Smoke a hydra collider, the portal open, the test react. I see you squaring all your dimensions. You like a tesseract. Go catch a rat, you pussy, and I find the links and the holes in that. The statue facing out here just a sphinx with the nose attached. He's put the trepanation, your skull is cracked. You be smoking that. I'm trying to see where your level at. Start a church with a devil at. Make you dig your own grave and then ask you to throw the shovel back. I've been to the depths of hell and back. And now it's getting lower as I drown you in molten lava, collapsing you through the floor. I'm the one that got the angels and demons in one accord. You shouldn't have sold your soul for the price you couldn't afford. Bitches, Lord, this ain't no mirror match. I paint all the mirrors black. You think it's the game because the virtual, there's a catch. We inject the tech in your neck, it connects to a neural net, augmenting your reality. These images project all your subconscious fears. The AI engine in your ear for this purpose is engineered so you can see, feel, and hear. All your phobias combined. And the permanent loop and rewind of space and time is confined. You think you in the dream for hours.
Was he like it?
I was slow, 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 I was slow. smoke, I want smoke, I want smoke.
That was electric.
There we go. Smoke royalty. What is smoking with y'all, man? Hey, we is here, man. Welcome to Smoke Sunday. We each and every Sunday, we bring you the finest of content there is to offer on the internet. You know what I'm saying? It's right here on Smoke Kings TV. You know what I'm saying? It's right here with the Smoke royalty themselves, the Electric Squad themselves. You know what I'm saying? What say y'all, man? How is y'all doing today? You feel me? I'm doing excellent. You know what I mean? I'm doing mighty fine. I'm doing splendid, if you will. You know what I'm saying? I woke up, you know what I mean, on the right foot today. You know what I'm saying? I got some stuff done. You know what I mean? Not as frustrated as other days. You know what I'm saying? Feeling good, feeling great. You know what I mean? I hope y'all is doing the exact same. You know what I mean? I hope y'all is having a very blessed one, having a very positive one. You know what I'm saying? Having a very eye-opening one as well. You know what I'm saying? It's always good to learn some things. You feel me? But today we're going to do something a little bit different. You know, we do battle rap and all that over here. My bad. I had some ashes right there. You know, we do battle rap and all that over here. And I love battle rap, right? You know what I'm saying? I love bars. I love entendres, metaphors, and things like that, right? However, y'all see the title, man. I'm starting a new series. It's called War in These Streets. You know what I mean? It's where I want to get to learn what's going on. Cause I see all of the stuff going down my timeline. These people was going at these people. Those people was going at these people. These people can't get along. There's mad people, you know what I mean? Mad people dying on both sides. Like, so I want to know what's going on. I have no idea on what these young brothers are going through. You know what I mean? And I kind of want to get insight. I kind of want to get a wider scope, a broader scope of things. You know what I mean? And see what these young brothers are going through. You know what I mean? And this is not to shed any light on things. This is not to glorify anything. This is not to cause trouble with anybody. You know what I'm saying? This is for my understanding, because genuinely, I don't understand and I don't know, and I would like to learn. You know what I'm saying? I would like to receive the information so I can, you know what I mean, kind of grasp of what you young brothers is going through, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna do a series, war in the streets. You know what I'm saying? You don't know it's a war out here whenever you living in it. You dig what I'm saying? And that's a big part of the reason why I'm doing this, because we may not know we living in a war zone. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff that goes on where we kind of don't, you know what I mean? We kind of play it off as normal because we're so used to it, right? And I feel like these are most of the situations that these young brothers is going through, right? They don't know that they're in a war. They don't know that they're being targeted, not just by themselves, but by outside forces. You know what I mean? Because they're completely oblivious because of everyday life. You know what I mean? Who would it? You feel me? So without any further ado, there's a video that I want to react to. It is called The History of the War Between OBlock and Tookaville. And it says, including the Chicago drill scene. And this is by a channel called LJ. I have the link in the description to the video that we're about to watch. Hopefully, LJ, we don't get, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully you don't flag us, big dog. We just want to learn. We just want to know what's going on with this stuff. You know what I'm saying? But without any further ado, I guess we can go ahead and get right off into it. You know what I'm saying? So let me go here. Let's go right here. Boom. So we got it up on the board. You know what I'm saying? This is the history between OBlock and Tookaville. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna see what causes it, where it stems from. You know what I mean? We're gonna learn about it. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, this is not to glorify. This is not to bring up any past, You know what I mean? It's not to turn up none of that type of stuff. You dig what I'm saying? I just want to learn about this stuff. I want to learn what you young brothers is going through. And so we here. This is what we doing. You know what I'm saying? Without any further ado, let's get off into it.
We are following breaking news. Overnight, police responded to 2 large shootings in different parts of the South.
Zozo, salute, my brother. I appreciate it so much, man. Said salute. Haven't been around, but I think you're a star in the making. My brother, salute, man. I appreciate that from the bottom of this. You feel me? From the bottom of this motherfucker right here, I appreciate that wholeheartedly, man. I appreciate y'all with these words of encouragement. You know what I mean? Like confirmations, affirmations, so to speak. You know what I mean? You guys definitely do that for me. You guys definitely be looking out for me like that in that type of way, man. And I definitely want to take this time to appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Zozo. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Smoke Royalty. Thank you, Electric Squad. Y'all definitely look out for me. You know what I'm saying? Without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into it.
Yeah, there's a total of 10 victims here. 10.
Police
10
bumped
victims.
the number of shooting victims up to 15 early this morning. They were shot during what
Oh,
police are calling an exchange of
Miss Lady was running with the cane. Y'all see that?
up to 15 early this morning. They were shot.
Oh, they got the babies
during
out
what
there and
police are
everything.
calling an
Oh,
exchange
nah.
of gunfire outside of a funeral.
Oh, nah.
Unfortunately, more people were shot and killed this weekend than the previous, which also happened to be a holiday weekend.
So why do you need guns with that much firepower?
Protection. The danger is out here.
Many guys told us they'd rather risk the police catching them with a gun than have their rivals find them without one.
Like, you can't just be cruising through no neighborhood.
You see it, like, this genuinely looks like a war zone. You know what I'm saying? Like, man.
Police are calling an exchange of
Babies,
gunfire
women,
outside of a funeral.
old people,
More
young
were
people, they
shot
all
and
trying to
killed
get out the way.
this weekend than the previous, which also happened to be
Oh yeah, I got the congregation with me.
So why do you need guns with that much firepower?
Protection. The danger is out here.
Many guys told us they'd rather risk the police catching them with a gun than have
Yeah,
their
without it.
rivals find them without one.
Like, you can't just be cruising through no neighborhood that's in war with each other. You know what I'm saying? Because 9 times out of 10, they probably don't recognize the car you in at the time, and they can mistake you as a shooter from one of their rival gangs, and they'll open fire on you.
So it's just like mistaken identity type stuff too. Man.
Cruising through no neighborhood that's in war with each other. You know what I'm saying? Because 9 times out of 10, they probably don't recognize the car you in at the time, and they can mistake you as a shooter from one of their rival gangs, and they'll open fire on you.
So it looks like this is definitely going to be a little bit, you know what I'm saying, on the graphic side, you feel me? So, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be a little graphic. To say the least, you feel me? So viewer discretion is advised, as y'all see. Let's go.
Alright, y'all read the title of the video? This one's literally just going to be about a brief history of the interactions between the gangster disciples and the black disciples up until now. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. It's not really, if you feel some type of way about this type of stuff, you probably shouldn't watch it. There's a lot of sensitive information, sensitive content that I'm going to be showing and talking to y'all about. So it's not really a happy story. And to keep it real with y'all, I just literally learned about all this information this year. When I used to listen.
Said bro said he just learned about this stuff this year. You know what I'm saying? We gonna learn about it too. This year, you know what I'm saying? Hold on. When this video come out? Hold on, let me see. Let's see when this video came out. This video came out in 2021. So just last year he learned about this. About this same time last year he learned about this. So we're learning about this the same time, but a year later after bro. You know what I mean? And shout out to LJ for putting this together. This is a dope, so far as, you know what I mean, dope little documentary. You know what I'm saying? I know we only a minute 34, but the way it transitioned is super fire. Let's go.
Listen to Chief Keef, I'd hear him talk about OBlock, you know, all that type of stuff. but I never really knew what it meant behind the lyrics. I mean, I've heard a couple of diss tracks throughout my lifetime, but I wouldn't really pay no mind to it, especially when someone would get name dropped. I'd just be like, whatever. I don't even know who that person is. But after learning all the stories and everything that happened, I just look back at it and I'm like, shit, damn. I never thought that this shit went this deep. It's hard to explain. So, I mean,
I don't think we all, you know what I'm saying? Like, just hearing the names and then hearing, like, you know what I mean, the different types of disrespect that, you know what I mean, is associated with it. Like, it's crazy, man. Like, you don't think, like, at the time, like, when all of this is, like, flourishing at the moment, you know what I mean? Or at that moment in time, like, that this is what they talk about, you know what I'm saying? Until it come out later on down the line, like, hold up, this is what these youngins are talking about type shit, you know what I'm saying?
Y'all, once y'all get through this video, y'all get what I'm trying to say. Y'all get it. Some of y'all might have seen like these type of videos already. I've seen like a couple of these type of videos about talking about some of the shit that's happened in Chicago. One of the guys who made a video was this guy from the United Kingdom, and he's just talking in a British accent, talking about that. And I'm like, what the fuck? It's just
talking about Trap Lore.
And there's another one where
Trap Lore Ross, I believe.
Text to speech. I don't know. I just get some weird vibes from those. One of the dudes has like 50
Chicago scene.
One video. This shit will not be monetized ever. This video will not ever be fucking monetized. This is for educational purposes only. All right.
We have educational purposes. Chicago 1960s.
We start off in Chicago, Illinois. In 1958, a group of young teenagers from Hyde Park, Inglewood, and Kenwood came together as friends to create an alliance in order to fight their enemies or anyone on the block that would mess with them. The founders named their new organization the Devil's Disciples, and by the beginning of 1961, David Barksdale, also known as King David, took sole leadership of the Devil's Disciples and appointed different members to oversee various areas within their neighborhoods. David's goal was to claim small gangs around the area and turn them into factions of the Disciples. And in 1966, in order to help increase recruitment and counteract threats from other gangs, David Barksdale created the Black Disciples Nation, which helped boost recruitment numbers into the thousands. Now, while all this was going on, the Gangster Disciples were established on the south side of Chicago, Illinois, in the 1960s by Larry Hoover. Larry Hoover was the leader of his own gang called the Supreme Gangsters, while David Barksdale was also the leader of his own gang called the Black Disciples. They later united the two gangs in 1968 and called themselves the Black Gangster Disciples. Soon after the alliance was formed, Larry Hoover and another upstanding member were charged and convicted for the—
So they were two separate entities, right? So Mr. David was, you know what I mean? I didn't get the geographical side of what side he was on, but Mr. David, he was on one side basically, and Mr. Larry was on one side, you know what I mean, basically, and they kind of, you know what I mean, joined forces to create like one dominant group. Like, that to me is amazing, you know what I mean? Like, without no turmoil, without no, you know what I'm saying?
Disciples Nation, which
we're gonna go back.
The numbers into the thousands. Now, while all this was going on, the Gangster Disciples were established on the south side of Chicago, Illinois,
on the south side,
in the 1960s. By Larry Hoover. Larry Hoover was the leader of his own gang called the Supreme Gangsters, while David Barksdale was also the leader of his own gang called the Black Disciples. They later united the two gangs in 1968 and called themselves the Black Gangster Disciples. Soon after the alliance was formed, Larry Hoover and another upstanding member were charged and convicted for the murder of another member and received 150 to 200 years in prison and 6 life sentences. With Larry in prison, King David was fully in charge.
Hold up, and 6 life sentences? Oh, whoa.
The alliance was formed.
Hold up, I want to hear that again. Chunk.
Were charged and convicted for the murder.
Chunk 'em, salute, my bro.
And received 150 to 200 years in prison and 6 life sentences. With Larry
150 to 200 years in prison.
Black Gangster Disciples. However,
6 life prison sentences
at the age of 27 on September 2nd, 1974. Now, as you can assume,
hold up, who died? My bad, I'm talking too much. My bad, y'all. All right, I'm gonna quit talking.
Later died to kidney complications at the age of 27.
Hold on.
Disciples.
Who was that?
With Larry in prison, King David was fully in charge of the black gangster disciples. However, he would later die to kidney complications at the age of 27.
So Mr. David died.
1974. Now, as you can assume, the death of King David led to problems within the black gangster disciple nation, and the majority of the black gangster disciple nation believed in becoming more unified after the passing of King David, but some members were opposed to that sentiment. The ideological differences led to the creation of two distinct factions, the black gangster disciples and the black disciples. This brought about a rivalry between the two gangs, and there was also bloodshed in the streets immediately after they were created. Now, a new member rose to power named Mickey Bull, who took over the black disciples and made peace with the gang disciples. Bull's leadership brought a temporary lull in the violence until he was murdered in the streets by gangster disciples in August 1991. Immediate backlash from the black disciples culminated into a rampage, and between 1991 and 1994, the rivalry between the gangster disciples and the black disciples intensified, and it would come to an end after Marvell Thompson would intervene, bringing peace between the two factions. However, after multiple leaders took big indictments and basically all the heads of every Chicago gang was locked up, along with the projects being torn down, it spread everyone out, which is why today the gangs are so mixed up, and you'll often see GDs that are a part of BD blocks, and you'll have multiple sets like OBlock, 600, Front Street, STL, as well as Inglewood sets like Lamb.
So after, you know what I mean, Mr. David passes away, I guess they kind of wasn't sitting well with each other, you know what I'm saying? And they kind of broke off again into separate groups. And I guess nowadays you have some that kind of mess with each other and some that, you know what I mean, don't mess with each other at all. That's interesting. So in the 80s, all like the public heads get locked up, and I mean not the public heads, but the higher ranking people get locked up and stuff like that. So there's not really, you know what I mean, much guidance going on. You can see it right now, like, you know what I'm saying? There's not really much guidance going on. And then you have the different subsets of the main, you know what I mean, that's kind of warring and feuding. And like I said, some mess with each other and some don't. This is what I'm just gathering from this right here, you know what I'm saying? It's just kind of, man, let's get into it, man.
Leaders took big indictments, and basically all the heads of every Chicago gang was locked up, along with the projects being torn down. It spread everyone out, which is why today the gangs are so mixed up, and you'll often see GDs that are a part of BD blocks, and you'll have multiple sets like OBlock, 600, Front Street, STL, as well as Inglewood sets like Lamron and Brick Squad, who both have BDs and GDs inside them. Almost every one of these gangs either have no leaders or no one really enforcing gang law anymore, and that's why there's been so much.
They don't have no leaders, like, and nobody really enforcing anything. So it's kind of like niggas is really just going off on their own, like on a whim, like, nah, this is the way we doing things right here. You know what I'm saying? Like
Brick Squad, who both have BDs and GDs inside them. Almost every one of these gangs either have no leaders or no one really enforcing gang law anymore, and that's why there's been so much conflict, because all the gangs basically just represent their block sets. There's even been accounts of some members saying they're not even
Afghanistan
black disciples or gangster disciples. They just rep the set of their
Chicago.
block. Now, all this brings
that's
us to
crazy.
Where we are today. And
hold on. We can't. Hold on. We can't skip over this. This right here is crazy. It's wild when you think about it. An actual war, the Iraq-Afghanistan war, produced 4,504 for Iraq casualties. Afghanistan, 2,384 casualties. Together, what's that, 6888? Chicago alone, as of September 6, 2016, 7,916 casualties. That's wild when you think about it.
where we are today, and I got a map pulled up for y'all showing you the south side of Chicago where our main story is going to take place. Now, as you can see, you have multiple sets all divided across the map, and I wanted to make note and show that this red line is the infamous 63rd Street. Essentially, what you could call it is the main border separating the GDs and the BDs. Now, for this video's purposes, the BDs are going to be shown in blue and the GDs are going to be shown in purple. Also, just want to point out that the two sets above STL and EBT, called Taekwon World and Jaro City, are in brown because they're mostly composed of Renegade BDs and Renegade GDs, and also a handful of Renegade MCs or Mickey Cobras. However, these two sets are still allied with the GDs. Now, I've also got a second map for y'all, and this one's just a little bit more north of the first one. These other two main sets are going to be very prevalent in the story, and this first one up top, THF 46 or Trigger Happy Family 46, is a BD set, while the territory below him, 051 Young Money, is a set of Mickey Cobras. However, they're allied with the GDs, and they're going to be represented in green. So one of our first incidents kicking off this whole story would be D-Thang from Brick City or 600 and Ty from YMB. And I just want to point out that TYMB used to be known as YMB at this point, and they were called the Young Money Boys. They were still a set of BDs, they just had a different name. And if you look on the map, they're in today's TYMB territory. Now, D-Thang and Ty would kill Dalvin from Jaro City on September 14th, 2007. I couldn't even find a reason why Dalvin was killed, but that's just how it went down.
Damn, son.
Now, a year later, in 2008, D-Thang from 600 will go on to kill.
So, I'm gonna be real with you. There's gonna be a lot of that in the, you know what I mean, in this. You feel me? So if you kind of, you know what I'm saying, it's on the, you know what I mean? It's gonna be heartfelt. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be a lot of that in this. You feel me? So, I'm just, you know what I mean? Pre-warning y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Kill Hadi from Jaro City on September 21st, 2008. Now, this would solidify him as being one of the baddest dudes from 600. On September 27, 2008, Aki from THF 46 would kill Zico from 051 Young Money. Now, I've explained to y'all the THF 46 and 051 sets and who they were allied with. Just to break THF down a little bit more, THF stands for Trigger Happy Family, and the name is personified to the set because they rarely do hits alone, and when they do hits together, just about everybody there is shooting their gun, and there's no instance where only one person shoots and the rest watch. Now, in this situation, it wasn't even a hit. Apparently, Aki killed Zico over a game of dice, and this started the war between THF 46 and 051 Young Money.
Over a game of dice, man. Over a game of dice, man. That's like, understand that me looking from the outside in, like, I definitely, like, I view that as senseless, right? You know what I'm saying? But for the people that's living in it, you know what I'm saying, they might not view it that way, you know what I mean? They might view it a whole different way, you know what I'm saying? And I guess for people like me that's on the outside looking in, like, we gotta, like, I guess we gotta kind of, like, respect, you know what I'm saying? Like, respect what they're going through type shit, you feel me? But for me just on the outside looking in, over a dice game, like, like, I understand there's gonna be a lot of shit that hurts my heart, like, just watching this shit, but that like hurts my heart a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's, man.
Situation, it wasn't even a hit. Apparently, Aki killed Zico over a game of dice, and this started the war between THF 46 and 051 Young Money.
It's my block. I ain't never going nowhere. It's my block.
You got Mike.
I ain't never going nowhere. This my block.
Big ass dick, little ass feet.
A year later, on May 21st, 2009, Chicken from STL EBT would go on to kill Ty from Young Money Boys. And after this, YMB would change their name to TYMB, which stands for Ty, You're My Brother. Two months later, on July 16th, 2009, Tonebone from No Love City, which is just a set of GDs, would go on to kill Lil Mo from 300 Lamron. Now this would affect a lot of people in the BDs. He was blood cousin to Lil Reese, and he was best friends with Lil Durk. Now in 2010, on January 30th, Chief Keef from Lamron would post a video called Chief Keef and Wick City in the Hallway. And it's just him and his boys. They're probably all like 14 to 15 in the video. And the guy standing on the wall is King Von. I just wanted to point out this was one of the first videos he ever posted on YouTube, and it's just some really interesting footage.
So he said, that's right. You like, so what you want, mama? I got the room of that. This dick. Oh, delete that. Delete that.
No, I'm talking video in the
I want the video.
Now later that year, on
It said delete that.
Oh, delete that. Delete that.
No, I'm talking video in the
I want the video.
Now later that year,
Hey,
on
yo.
August 25th, 2010, it's said that Wooski from STL EBT would kill Reezy from Wick City. Now, Reezy was a 29-year-old Wick City member who got shot during a big fistfight between Wick City and STL EBT. Apparently, STL and Wick City would always go around and have fistfights, and that would just be that. But in this situation, someone was killed. Now, there's a lot of speculation that Wooski didn't actually do it. More information on him, he would have been around 11 to 13. No one really knows. The word is it was Wooski who killed him.
11 to
Months later,
13?
on September 14th, 2010, Wee Wee from STL would kill Lil Chris from TYMB. Apparently, Wee Wee told the police that he and another person were looking for someone that they believe shot at him 2 days earlier, and that they approached a group of people, including Lil Chris, and began firing, even though the person they suspected of shooting at him wasn't even present. Now the next year, Cortez and Courtney, who are twin brothers, and Manny, all from TYMB, would kill Tuka from STL on January 12th, 2011. Now the story goes that apparently Tuka was at a bus stop, saw the car and recognized Courtney and Cortez and started dropping Ys for 051 Young Money and cracking pitchforks, which is a sign for the GDs. And Tuka was known to make fun of Ty and other dead BDs over the internet. So in this situation, he was just taunting his ops like he would always do. Apparently they were actually out drilling, and they drove back around and killed him at the bus stop. STL EBT would then take on the name Tookaville for their territory.
Damn.
STL crazy.
You already know.
See, I got the loud right here. You know, it's almost gone, but I don't give a fuck. Because I'm going to flame up another one.
That nigga fucked up.
Says 2 months later, Durk would drop I'm a Hitter on 3/5/11.
On April 8th, 2011, Montana from 051 Young Money would kill Quint from THF 46. Now this would be the first get back for Zico, who died in 2010. And Montana killed Quint in a drive-by and wounded 2 others that he was with. And it said that he turned his car around and tried to run over the guys that Quint was with. He hit one of them, but he survived with a broken leg, along with the other.
Yeah.
Now later that month, S-Dot, E-Day, and Chief Keef would drop Hustle Hard, showing that strong bond between 600 and 300 Lamron, and furthering the rap exposure for the BDs. Now in the video, you could actually see a lot of members in this video that are going to end up coming up later in this story.
We drilled out them drills though. Blue dolphin pop pills too. Big 30 them drills too. You
just fuck around and get killed too. Hustle, 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 hard, hustle, hustle.
Okay.
Hard. Bitch made he get played. We poked him and I get paid. Out here on the block, each and every day.
A month later, on May 22nd, 2011, S-Dot would drop the song Drill Music, and in the video, there's L.A. Capone, Rondo 600 Breezy, D-Rose, Mimo 600, Lil Steve, and Waldo.
All shots in my court, get back up, apply my 40, get clapped. I get you sent that, shorties push your shit back.
3 days after this, Lil
I had
Durk
no idea that they was dropping music like that.
shouting out their dead homie Lil Mo.
We get it pop, you be surprised who up in the field. 300 trying to catch a body called the Holyfield. The devil got me super focused.
Sadly, on this same day, Gutta from THF 46 would accidentally kill himself. The story goes that he was with his friends, and they were playing with a gun that they thought was empty. However, one bullet was still chambered. Gutta would jokingly end up putting the gun to his head and pulling the trigger, leading to his death.
Oh man. Yeah.
Now that summer, on July 6, 2011, Antoine Reynolds from Dodge City, which is just a Mickey Cobra set, and Marlon Boyce from No Love City would kill Tasky from 300 Lamron. Apparently they pulled up in a gold Cadillac and fired an assault rifle toward a crowd on the block of South Normal, while the driver fired a handgun, and Tasky would end up being hit and killed. Now this affected Lil Durk a lot, because apparently they were really close. On July 16th, 2011, Montana from 051 Young Money would kill Tony, who was affiliated with THF 46. Now the story goes that during a pickup game at a Houston playground park, Tony's competitiveness led him to engage in typical trash talking with the opposing teams. Y'all know how it goes. The small common jabs during the game turned into a shoving contest before the tension could be diffused. However, people that were there say that Tony wasn't even a part of the physical tussle. Tony's girlfriend told her boyfriend's parents that Tony got a Facebook message a few days after the trash talking from a girl warning him that someone was going to come after him, and Tony never told her who the girl was, and Tony would end up being killed while he was walking home with his friends. Tony wasn't technically affiliated with THF, he was just really from the same hood, and usually most athletes aren't bothered by neighboring sets, and sometimes they're even looked after by.
So he's an athlete. He was just, you know what I mean, doing a little jarring because, you know what I mean, that's what we do. We get hype, you know what I mean? Oh, man. It kind of, like I said, man, I know there's going to be a lot of stuff in here, a lot of shit in here that hurts my heart, but, man. Jeez.
Tony's girlfriend told her boyfriend's parents that Tony got a Facebook message a few days after the trash talking from a girl warning him that someone was going to come after him, and Tony never told her who the girl was, and Tony would end up being killed while he was walking home with his friends. Tony wasn't technically affiliated with THF, he was just really from the same hood, and usually most athletes aren't bothered by neighboring sets, and sometimes they're even looked after by those inside their hood. He was 7 feet tall, and looking forward to play basketball.
7 feet? Oh, man. Come on, man.
Now the next day, Domo from Mob would kill Baldy from 600 on July 17th.
You got the pictures. I'm all in front of the pictures.
Because Baldy was a love member by the BDs, and this would only increase tensions in the conflict between them and the GDs.
Says the next month on 8/6/11, Chief Keef will drop bang.
On August 10th, 2011, KI, FBG Butter, and Scrap would kill Odie from Wick City. The story goes that KI wanted to kill Odie bad because he would ride up an STL and quote-unquote bully them or just mess around with them. Now this was before when it was regular that STL in Wick City would go around and have fist fights instead of killing each other. The three caught him walking out of OBlock, where they shot at him and eventually killed him near AutoZone. And the story goes that OD's revolver was taken by KI as a trophy, and this was the beginning of OBlock.
One day later, FPG Thug would drop Duck Freestyle.
Fuck Brick City, man. That's how I'm gonna start shooting, G. Look back. Fuck Bricks, man. Bricks, man. Fuck Brick City, man. Shout out MOB, man. Crazy, man. Shout out to Real, man. Shout out to Fuck.
You can't hear it? My bad. There we go. My bad. Thank you, Cheese. My bad, Cheese. Thank you, my brother. I didn't know y'all could hear it. I was wondering why it was so low.
Who that boy from STL? Niggas acting all dumb, talking shit, eat a shell. And my flow so fucking hot, feel like I belong in hell. And I got so many bars, feel like I belong in jail.
Just a month later, on September 5th, 2011, Fredo Santana from Front Street, and Front Street's basically a subset of Brick City or 600. They're just a group of BDs from the same block. Fredo would drop his first song, Hitter, calling to round up all the BD shooters, and even shouts out 300 Lamron.
Round them hitters up, round them hitters up. This that hitter music, throw them L's out. Give your ass a halo, bang, bang. Take your ass out, but we ain't going on a date though. 300, we don't play though.
Now just a week later, Dome from Jaro City would end up killing D-Thang from 600. This would be revenge for Hottie's death back in 2008. And according to police reports, before Dome fatally shot D-Thang, he told him, "This is for Hottie."
That's crazy.
Now a week after this, Scrap from Mob would kill Lil Steve from 600. A lot of people believe Scrap's the one who did this because it was reported that Lil Steve's killer had a t-shirt around his head, and there was a video of Scrap that surfaced with a t-shirt around his head. I don't know.
Why the fuck these niggas ain't hanging out? I'm ready. Scrap, man. What's up, man? What's up, man? Flat. Matter of fact, though, fuck that shit. I'm tired of talking. We gone.
A lot of people even say that Lil Steve was the one shooting at Scrap before Scrap shot back. I don't think we'll really ever know.
Damn, son. Next month, Lil Mark would drive Zico World on Trendsetter.
Now money, we out here. Zico World inside here. Falling like an athlete. Bitch, I can't help it. Yeah, well, damn. Bitch, I go hard. Up in these streets, ask about Lil Mark. All you need to know, I keep a couple goons. Shout out to the app, shout out Suru, shout out Mad Boys, Jaro City, what it do?
On October 18th, 2011, Wooski and Brick from STL will kill Platoon from OBlock. The summary of this one is that two shooters walked up to Platoon while he was with his girlfriend and shot him in the head, and then walked a little further down the block and ended up shooting a 15-year-old in the head. Luckily though, the 15-year-old ended up surviving.
Dang. Shot a 15-year-old too. I guess they all young though, like. This is so.
About 2 weeks later, on October 30th, 2011, Chief Keef would drop John Madden, shouting out OTF, Lamron, 600, OBlock, Front Street, and D Rose, and specifically dissing Tuka.
Where your mom's and my dick, she climb that fucking Tuka gang bang. I let this Ruger bang bang.
The next month, C-Day from 600 would kill Tutu from Jaro City, and this hit would create Tutu Gang. It said that C-Day was especially brutal in his hits and shot Tutu several times in the head. After Tutu's death, the shorties from Jaro City started to be coached by KI because Tutu was no longer around to teach them the ropes. So KI and other STL members would step up and started drilling at 600 and TYMB. On this same day, M-Thang from 600, who was the brother of D-Thang, would kill T-Streets, from 051 Young Money, and it said that T Streets advocated for the beef to end between THF and 051, and I guess T Streets calling for peace ended up for him becoming a target.
Dang. Does he call for peace?
Later that month, on November 28th, 2011, Buka and Side dropped Man Down, dissing their recently killed dead ops and especially dissing Tookaville. Now the vocals aren't the best in this song, but it's not like they're professional mixers. It's really mostly about what they're saying in the song.
Fully loaded and try shit you get toasted on my mans. I ain't gon' go, bitch. Check the scope, it's going ham. Any nigga you get blind.
God, bitch. A lot of niggas say they Tookaville crazy till they ass be in the brick or they brains be on the pavement.
Chopper fit like 40 rounds and STL all of a sudden got a man down, nigga. I'm bossing shit every day, hands down.
The next month, on December 3rd, 2011, D-Rose from 600 would kill Dale from STL as revenge for Platoon, who was killed 2 months earlier. The next day, E-Day would drop Bosin Shid, shouting out OD, Chief Keef, OBlock, and sending shots to his GD ops. Now the video has Dirk, T-Roy, LA Capone, Rondo, and Prince Dre, and just a lot of other members that are gonna end up popping up in this story. You'll recognize them by the end of the video.
Do a drill for OD with some wet niggas. Yeah. Ride through they hood, they run cause they bitch niggas. Our guns like whole 600 and Young Money, you can bet that. Hit the wick up, Charles where that tech at. OBlock shade on my chief shit, bitch. I need more cake. Talking shit that'll put you in that more place.
The next week, E-Dot would drop 600 Boy, shouting out his 600 shooters and his dead homies with Chief Keef, E-Day, and Tay 600 all in the video.
SOS, let's stack it up. I send D Rose to clap them up. Blowing with this Ruger bitch. Number 9, let's do a hit. Catch one of the
4 days later, Lil Mick would drop Young Money on 12/17/2011.
Bang bang, no Chief Keef. 800 like drilling shit. Young Money, we killing shit. 4-6, we dropping bit. Now Ron ain't no shit.
Stay with the shits. 051, we drilling shit. Screaming fuck a 4-6. Screaming fuck a Welch world. Them niggas ain't no shit. Fuck a op. CPDK fuck a cop.
It's so much disrespect. Like, just going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's.
Now the next year, on January 5th, 2012, S-Dot would drop Chop It Down, repping 600 and saying fuck the ops. In the video, you could even see both Chief Keef and LA Capone, and it said that the video was allegedly filmed in Chief Keef's house.
45, that's to the devil. Circle closes, OTF. Baldy gone, deep thing. Lil Steve, shit fucked up. You know what? FTO, fuck the ops, they gotta go. 600, I'm rockin', wait for my guys, I gotta blow.
2 weeks later, on January 17th, 2012, Chief Keef would drop 300, repping Lamron. You know how the shit goes.
Nigga, I'm 300, man. I'm coolin' with my youngest. A fuck nigga don't wanna be, nah, I like my bitch cause see my bitch. A lot of kush, a lot of guns, nigga. You see us, you better run, nigga.
The next month, the war between 051 and the BDs would intensify as Melly and Kiddo from 051 Young Money would kill Shaq from 600. Two weeks later, Boss Trail from STO would kill Sherrod from OBlock. Now the story goes that Boss Trail was a top shooter from STO and would kill Sherrod by seeing him across the street, using the laser on his gun to aim, and shooting him in the head.
What the fuck? Yo, what the fuck? Hold up. Nah, y'all niggas. Hey, yo. Hold up.
Street was up later.
Hey, yo, come on.
2 weeks later, Boss Trail from STO would kill Sherrod from OBlock. Now the story goes that Boss Trail was a top shooter from STO and would kill Sherrod by seeing him across the street, using the laser on his gun to aim, and shooting him in the head. Two months later, Lil Reese would drop Us, shouting out OTF and GBE, which was Dirk and Chief's label. And yeah, goes hard.
At the top, where you see us, nigga. Since a youngin' bitch, we been them niggas. And bitch, I'm in the field, nigga. You might get killed, nigga. I don't really trust niggas. GBE, it's just us, nigga.
About 2 weeks later, T-Roy from OBlock and Cortez from TYB would kill Doc on April 28th, 2012, as revenge for Sherrod. Now, the thing about Doc is that he had been out of prison for 2 months and was already on parole for stealing a car. But apparently he was trying to change his ways and was actually trying to get a painter's license and had been doing maintenance on property owned by his aunt. He even received his GED while he was in prison. And afterwards, Doc was trying to guide his younger relatives to avoid a life of crime.
So he was actually trying to get out of this shit.
And was even showing his little brother the right path he needed to take. His aunt even said that he was looking for a steady job and he didn't want to be involved with street life anymore.
Isn't that crazy? Like, you don't want to be involved anymore, but like the past, you know what I mean? Unfortunately, in this case, kind of like haunts, you know what I mean? Because it's like, yo, like, even what you trying to do right, even what you trying to correct, you know what I mean? The errors of the past, you know what I'm saying? You still, like, you still end up being, you know what I'm saying? Man, this is tough, man. This is tough. 702, salute. I see you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. 702, we just learning today, you know what I'm saying? It's for
a month later, on March 28th, 2012, Lil Durk would drop L's Anthem, calling out the ops, and representing Lamron, and shouting out all the shooters.
L's up for them hitters. Fuck with me, then fuck them. My own niggas don't trust them. Brick squad, I say fuck them.
Salute.
L's up for them.
We just learning. Listen, we just on a learning experience. You dig what I'm saying? Because I want to know, like, what these young brothers are going through. You know what I'm saying? I know, you know what I'm saying, from the outside looking in, we could look at it as kind of like being senseless. You know what I'm saying? But we on the outside looking in, we don't know what's really going on. You feel me? Like, it's easy to say it's senseless when you're not, you know what I'm saying, when you're not doing it. You know what I mean? But either way, man, we just here for educational purposes, to learn whatever it is, you know what I mean, what these young brothers is going through, you know what I'm saying, and to, you know what I mean, to kind of get a broader scope of things, you feel me? Let's go.
Throw the L's up for them hitters. Life ain't no joke, nigga. L's up for Lil Mo.
There's a lot to...
Next month on May...
It is a lot to... I'm going to be real with you. It's a lot to process at one time. Like, I don't know, like, exactly what's going on just yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know, like, he's breaking it down, but it's like, yo, it's so much that happened already. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of hard from... I think it was from, like, 2008. We're in 2011 right now. There's so much stuff that happened. You know what I'm saying? He went all the way back in the history, like, from the 60s to the 70s to the 80s. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Till now, like, and it's kind of mind blowing. You know what I mean? To see how things happen. You know what I mean? How things are up until this certain point. You feel me? Let's go.
14th, 2012. Fredo would drop War, and there's no sneak dissing in it. It's just him going hard and shouting out Lamron.
I got that 30 in my pocket. What's up? 300 swole in the club. Get stuck.
2 weeks later, Bobo from THF 46 would kill Lil Chief from 051 Young Money. Now, Lil Chief was 35 years old, a father of 4, and engaged. Unfortunately, he did have ties to 051 Young Money, but his friends and family insisted that he had left it all behind. Bobo was out drilling, and Lil Chief just got caught in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Damn.
The next month, C-Day and D-Rose would kill Fathead from 051 Young Money. Now, if you remember, I talked about C-Day being especially
D-Rose
brutal
come
in
up a
his
lot.
hits. It's
That's
said that
crazy,
he shot
like-
the victim 8 times in the head.
What the world? 8 times in the head? What are we doing? Oh my God. Bro, 8 times in the head, bro.
2 days later, Nate from Jaro City would kill Taekwon from Jaro City on June 24th, 2012. Apparently, Taekwon was attending a party with his older sister on an early Sunday when a fight broke out and shots ended up being fired. Police said that Taekwon ran away from the altercation but was struck by gunfire and killed. And this was the beginning of Taekwon World.
It's Taekwon. My name is Marshawn, so shh, be quiet. Why you at Marshawn?
About a week later,
Is it
on
Young
June
Gang?
30th, 2000.
This is by a YouTuber named LJ. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of him, but like I've seen all the other ones, like, and this one, as soon as I heard him talking, you know what I mean, as soon as I heard him like breaking it down, I stopped it because I wanted to, you know what I mean, share it with y'all because I felt like it was doper than the other ones that I've watched, you know what I mean. But yeah, man, this story, it gets gruesome. You know what I mean? It is already gruesome. We're already 30 minutes into it, and it's a whole bunch of that already. You know what I'm saying? It's maybe at like 17, 18 right now. I ain't been keeping score. You know, I mean, not keeping score. Golly, forgive me. But keeping a tally, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's heartbreaking to say the least. You know what I'm saying?
12, Lil Mick from 051 Young Money would kill Black from THF 46. And the reports indicated that a man armed with an AK-47 assault rifle got out of a vehicle and fired at least 10 shots at Black, which resulted in him being killed. Now the next month, on July 17th, 2012, Lil Reese would drop Bad. And in the video, you can see Chino, M-Thang, T-Roy, and Boss Top.
Bitch, I'm doing me, you should be yourself. We don't fuck with new niggas, so don't bring them help. Only the family where I'm at, and bitch, that's OTF.
The next day, this Chief Keef rant would go viral and become the intro for Love Sosa.
Always in a barbershop. Chief Keef ain't about this. Chief ain't about that. My boy a BD on fucking Lamron and them. They say don't be nigga put on no work. Shut the fuck up. Y'all niggas ain't no shit. All you motherfuckers talking about Chief Keef ain't no hitter. Chief Keef ain't this. Chief Keef a fake. Shut the fuck up. Y'all don't live with that nigga. Y'all know that nigga got caught with a ratchet. Shooting at the police and shit. Nigga been on probation since fucking
shooting at the police.
I don't know when. Motherfucker, stop fucking playing them like that. Them niggas savages out there. If I catch another motherfucker talking sweet about Chief Keef, I'm fucking beating their ass.
About a week later, Chief Keef and Lil Reese would drop Don't Like. And man, you know how it goes, man.
Nigga, shout out the police.
Don't like. A snitch, nigga, that's that shit I don't like.
The next month, on August 8th, 2012, 50 shots from Jaro City would kill White from OBlock, and afterwards he was arrested for opening fire on officers, and he ended up being wounded and remains locked up to this day.
Yeah. They are babies, man.
Now, sometime this month, I don't have the exact date for when he dropped this song. Lil Jojo, from a set of Renegade GDs called the 069 Brick Squad, would drop the song BDK, or 300K, dissing the BDs and 300 Lamron especially, and calling out Dirk.
Dirk say fuck this squad, so I can't wait to catch him. Squeeze this fucking 40, now they got him on a stretcher. This is not a diss zone, this is just a message. These niggas claim 300, but we BDK. BDK, yeah, bitch, we BDK.
The next month, on September 4th, 2012, a video was posted to YouTube of JoJo and his fellow Brick Squad members driving past Lil Reese, with the two arguing from their respective cars. JoJo can be heard screaming Brick Squad and hurling insults, and at the end of the clip, someone can be heard saying, "I'm gonna kill you."
Boy, you a bitch, bro.
Hey, bitch, you little bitch. Yeah.
Fuck is wrong with you,
Hey, I am Brick Squad.
Yeah, Brick Squad, boy. Fuck is you talking about, boy?
Over you little bitch.
Y'all heirs, man.
Jeez.
Fuck is wrong with y'all, boy?
After this incident, Lil Jojo and another dude who was with him got to talking shit on Twitter and even tweeted out the video itself. That night at about 9 p.m., officers found Lil Jojo dead in the street, and the report said he had been riding a bicycle when a gunman inside of a tan or gray vehicle opened fire and killed him. It's still not officially known who killed him, and Chief Keef even tweeted this a couple hours after the incident. Now, about a week later, Scrap and Dusky would drop Lackin' While It's Crackin'. And I don't know, basically what I got from this is just
it's a lot of
youngins, and they wanted to let people know that they were out here with the shits.
Bullshit, my young niggas on bullshit, my young niggas on bullshit. Lacking wise cracking, he lacking wise cracking. My niggas on BS, I catch kids and beat that. I flip and reset, I got it back and beat that.
I only get flagged without this music playing. Yo, I didn't even think about that.
And later that month, on September 29th, 2012, Dusky, Buki, and Scrap would drop Ain't Nothing Bigger. And in the video, you could even see K.I., Scrap, Bebe, Wooski, Duck, and a whole lot of GDs. And it's pretty rare to see something like that.
None bigger than the mob. And if he got that bag, hell yeah, he getting robbed. On the flag star, but my gun blow really far. System shots, he with the stars. MOB, we superstars. Right back in this field, where it's all we know is kill. He say that he on my heels, I pop him, then I pop a pill.
Now the next month, on October 12th, 2013, Chief Keef would drop Love Sosa, repping Lamron and OBlock. And he also sends out a shout out specifically to D Rose from 600.
Okay, I know this song. I don't know why I know this song. It was like one of his bigger songs, right? That's probably why.
Now the day after this, King Von.
I'm an older type nigga, so I don't really know all of this.
STO, EBT. Now this is King Von's first alleged body. About 2 weeks later after this, on October 30th, 2012, J Money, King Von, and Big A, all from OBlock, would kill P5 from Jaro City.
Damn.
2 days after this, Killer from 051 Young Money would kill Tricks.
That's what I'm saying, 702. All these young dudes killing each other. It is like, and like, we can say that like from an outside looking in, like from our perspective, like the shit is like fucked up. You know what I mean? And it is fucked up, right? But they live in it. You know what I'm saying? They might not, you know what I mean? They might not necessarily feel that it's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? They might feel that this is the way of life type shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's fucked up. You know what I mean? That is what's fucked up. I didn't know none of it. Smoke. Don't feel bad, not even a little bit. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, man. It's kind of, it's not that I feel bad. It just hurts my heart a little bit to see our youth going at it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is kind of heartbreaking. I'm not going to lie to you, man.
From 600, and Tricks died 2 days after making this tweet.
It's like a whole bunch of disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Like,
about a week later, T-Roy from OBlock would kill Boss Tro from STO in revenge for Sherrod. Now Boss Tro knew he was in danger after killing Sherrod, and he knew that he needed to get out of Chicago. So he planned to move to Iowa, where he would live with two friends and where he would lead on a job. He bought a ticket for a bus leaving on November 10th, but in the early morning hours of November 8th, just 2 days before that bus would have left, he was killed.
Yeah.
About 2 weeks later, Bite Down and Blast His Ass from 600 and King Von from OBlock would kill James from Mob.
Dusky would drive a
It ain't really even safe on your block. Every night, headshots, you better sleep with your Glock.
What year was that? My bad. 2012.
You are out, it ain't really even safe on your block. Every night, headshots, you better sleep with your Glock. You probably never saw a dead body in your life. I got youngins blowing pipes and they ain't trying to earn stripes. Boys ain't making no noise in this fucking field. Boy, see me, I keep a steel. Boy, run up, make it kill, boy.
Now the next year on January 7th, 2013, Chief Keef's stepbrother, Chris, will be shot in Southside, and it was unknown by who. 2 days after this, LA Capone would drop Murder, shouting out all his 600 shooters, including his homies, dead and alive, and calling out the ops.
Man down, that's a murder. We send shots, it's a murder. Fuck the ops who do murders. My block got murders.
A week after this, LA Capone and Rondo would drop Face Down, basically just letting their ops know that they should fear both of them, while dissing Tutu from STL, and especially the 051 set.
I'ma have to let it spray, show him he ain't BDK. He not. When you see me, better keep your face down.
That why that L's to the ops. Fuck the cops, like Tutu get popped.
About a week after this, 5 Star and Lil Durk would drop Dope. Durk would diss 051 Young Money in this song, calling them broke boys with no money, and would especially shout out OBlock along with Boss Top. And 5 Star was affiliated with the Folly Boys, which is a set of the Black P Stone gang, and the Folly Boys basically shared the same ops as Lamron.
Dirk say style, let's do a track, and I say let's remix the dope. Poly Boys and OTF, that's a lot of gun smoke.
He call Boonette, Folly clipped up, we fam. OTF 300 the lamb, call up for dope and gram. Bang bang, 51st no young money. War boys ain't got no money. That Molly got me on zombie. That I bet shit ain't shit.
Now the next month, on May 5th, 2013, Durk would drop This Ain't What You Want.
Cause I hopped into this industry. This ain't what they want. See this rap shit ain't shit to me. This ain't what they want. This ain't what you want. I'm from the land where ain't no black in there. This ain't what you want. I rap 'em up.
I hope I don't get flagged with all this.
A week later,
songs.
Rondo would drop the song Rondo, letting people know that he's OTF, out here repping 600, and even shouts out shooters J Money and D Rose.
Yeah, we OTF, and if he ain't acting right, then we leave him left.
The next month, on June 10th, 2013, Boss Top and Lil Durk will release 30 Choppers, a music video made on OBlock featuring guys like Chief Keef, T-Roy, LA Capone, and Big A.
They better know it's me, OTF got it, inky, get it. I'm smoking dope and all this dope, I smoke is stinky dope.
Now 3 days after this, Arrow from 051 Young Money would kill Lil Rob from 300 Lamron. And apparently this was due to the song that Lil Durk and 5 Star dropped earlier that year, Dope, which included a specific diss towards 051.
Over a song.
3 days later, Scrap, Ruga, and Duck would drop From the Squad, repping GDs and calling out the ops.
From the squad, where everybody got bodies, toting guns, it's hot. As hot as a cactus, and I keep that hammer. You can call me Judge Mathis. Since you want a trick, I'ma do a trick.
From the squad, on the 9 with the mob. If a nigga acting hard, crack his head like credit cards.
The next month, on July 10th, 2013, LA Capone would drop Round Here, acknowledging the violence and death going on around in his area and repping 600.
It's a lot of violence around here, so a lot of silence around here. A lot of people dying around here, a lot of people crying around here.
This is why we're not gonna lie to you.
We ain't chasing hoes around here. We 600 through drifts. Don't none of them squeal, so how we can't chill? Don't smoke out the seals. My niggas for real. See a lot of violence around here.
About 2 weeks later, LA Capone and Rondo would drop Play for Keeps, repping 600, shouting out shooters Buka, D Rose, C-Day, Tay 600, and M-Thang, and even Disc Tuka and the GDs.
No new niggas staying on the block, making guap trying to feed the team. Got a motherfucker down, no circle. Big 30 hanging out, no curve.
They got so much talent, like they can rap so, you know what I'm saying?
Let me see it up, I'm blow. See a lot of niggas I change. Hey, a lot of suicide. VD Rose, fuck them up. Got a squad. So what up, bro? 600.
Hey, they got amazing talent, and it's just like
the next month, on August 12th, 2013,
you know what I mean?
TTB Nez, a rapper cool with 051 but not officially affiliated, would drop Fuck the Ops, basically dissing all the Southside BD sets.
TB shit, 46K, 600K, y'all already know you rock. RP Stunner.
I'm in the field every day. We got 30s, we got 8s. Catch like LA from 600. I'ma shoot him in his face. Tino like smoking lunch dope. Fuck that off them niggas' souls. And that 7 leave them froze. We give out smoke that shit for free. I got a Z call up.
5 days later. 5 days later, Carcillo and So Icy would drop Oh Let's Do It.
Rugers, Lugers, and Cougars, clips, longest school rulers. Nigga, we in that field, you in the house on computers. GD and BDK, Tino lacking get grade. And the county shit real, niggas get shanked in the face. Cray, he go hard. 06 for fucking God. Mayor, EBT, free my nigga, Lil Dom.
Next month, on September 3rd, 2013, Lil B and KI from STL will kill J Money from OBlock. Now the story goes that he got set up by a girl, and when he walked in her house, KI and Lil B were waiting for him. And when he saw this, he ran and they chased him down and killed him.
Damn.
2 days later, Rondo would drop Hang With Me, calling out his ops, dissing Tuka, shouting out shooters C-Day and T-Roy, and paying homage to J Money.
Smoking on the Tuka pack, yeah, I'm happy. Got the fucking 50 in the middle. Ride around on Tuka Day, well, like 1 or 2. That's the nigga said Tuka gang, and we gon' murder you.
Later that month, on September 26, 2013, Lil Mick from 051 Young Money would kill LA Capone from 600. The story goes that LA was finished up recording and walked out the studio when Lil Mick creeped up behind him in an alleyway. And it's allegedly said that Lil Mick said, "Oh yeah, nowhere to run now," before shooting LA in the leg and the back. Mick then stood over LA while he was on the ground and tried to keep shooting, but his gun ended up jamming and he fled the scene. Apparently a GD rapper from the studio called 051 Young Money and let them know LA was there dissing them.
Yeah.
The next month, on October 7th, 2013, Rondo would drop Taliban, showing off 600's firepower, shouting out shooters D Rose and C-Day, and also dissing dead 051 member Fathead.
I'm with the gang and you can't hang us, they don't fuck around. They're trying to stop these niggas flexing, they ain't from my town. From that trouble, it don't cost a
It seems like a lot of violence like that. Nobody from either side wants to back down.
Later that month, like, on October 19, 2013, Rondo would drop Life of a Savage, emphasizing all the shit he's been through, including losing LA Capone, and goes on to mention how much harder he's gonna work to try to get that record deal, all while being in the streets.
I done witnessed a lot of shit, still a tough shit, but it's the life of a savage. But gotta go hard for him, bro, LA. Gotta get a deal, no, I can't wait. Gotta see a meal right now, this day, and if I'm up on my lane, he gon' meet this K. The life of a savage, but it's the life.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas is so talented, like.
The next month, on November 1st, 2013, Lil Reese would drop Team, repping 300, shouting out OTF and GBE.
Catch up in traffic, we gon' do our thing. Let's go. Catch me off in traffic, bitch, I got that name, that thing. The whole thing. Who got that drink? I need that drink, that drink. Who got that smoke? I need that sting.
About 2 weeks later, Dre Money, Westbrook, and Bob O would kill Big A from 051 Young Money. Big A was a member of 051, and Ario from 051 was her little brother. And THF would have rather have killed Ario, but instead they killed Big A while she was at a gas station.
Hey.
About a week after that, Rondo and Lil Durk would drop Ride, paying homage to LA, shouting out OTF, and showing respect to the BDs that were in the street putting in work.
But the niggas out here like me, that's don't go hard. Ain't too many niggas out here that.
3 days after this, Pluto from 300 Lamron would die in a car accident. The story goes that Ivory from TYMB was fucking around with his gun and it accidentally went off and hit Pluto while he was driving, causing him to crash.
Jeez. That's crazy too. Accident. There's two, like there was two accidents already.
On December 14th, 2013. And I personally think this song represented the pain and anger that Rondo was feeling that year. And then the song even pays homage to LA Capone and J Money, along with giving a warning to his ops that if they pull up, they'll get shot quick. And on Christmas of 2013, Rondo, Lil Durk, and LA Capone will release the song Brothers. And this was the last song that LA recorded in the studio before he was killed.
I'm here with my brothers, they're here with my brothers. Stop, they took my bro LA, man, I can't even picture. They took a fucking savage, man. Bro was a try to act like you ain't with it, put the pipe to his mouth like a dentist. All this teeth, bitch, I'm doing up beats. Nigga, that's why I be. I'm smoking on trees.
The next year in 2014, Manny Fresh from STL would kill Lil Mo from 300 Lamron. Apparently, Lil Mo was dating Manny Fresh's girlfriend when they both got into a fight, and Manny Fresh would intervene and get into a fight with Lil Mo. Manny Fresh would then leave, and after a short time later, he would return and shoot Lil Mo.
Damn.
On January 30th, 2014, E-Day, S-Dot, T600, and Rondo would drop 600, paying homage to all their dead homies, calling for the release of D-Rose and repping.
We just learning, get your bars up. BA, we learning, you know what I'm saying? We going into the, you know what I mean? Seeing what these young brothers go through, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Because it's easy for us to look on the outside going in, you know what I'm saying? On the outside in, you know what I mean? And to look at it as senseless, right? But, you know what I'm saying? We're not there to actually, you know what I mean? Go through it, you know what I'm saying? These young brothers is going through it, you know what I mean? I just want to dive into their world for a little bit, you know what I'm saying? That's how, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to BA, man. Salute. It can get real low, 600.
Homie got killed on 600, so I'm still on 600. I'm waiting
The next month, on February 12, 2014, Lil Los and D-Rose would kill Big V from Taekwon World. The police report said that the freshman at Dunbar High School was walking with two other teens at about 8:20 p.m. when a white van pulled up and a gunman inside opened fire, resulting in Big V being shot and killed. The day after this, E-Day would release a music video, War, once again repping 600, calling out FBG, and dissing Tuka and Lil James.
I'm like, fuck FBG, them little niggas so funny to me. Pussy, they gon' Rondo up on you, who you want it to be. You on that bus stop like Tuka, we put you under the seat. They like 600, boy, they so goddamn hot in the street. Don't catch a fat head. Leave your brains like all in the street. Lil' duck can't duck this clip. You can catch a hollow from me.
Later this month, on February 28th, 2014, Fredo would drop OG Bobby Johnson freestyle, shouting out the BDs, Front Street, and shooter D Rose.
Word on the street, I'm a suspect. Hanging with BDs and Chirac. Let's get it. Chop on the side where the couch at. I ain't gotta talk. Get juice, my gun gon' blast that. Clown ass nigga, I just laugh at. Looking like a lick with my mask at. Need this Twitter beef missing. Got a 30, got a 40, got a 50. I'ma pull up on your block. Juice D Rose coming with.
The next month, on March 8th, 2014, Chief Keef and Tato would drop War, dissing Tuka, Tutu, Fathead, and two of Lil JoJo's friends.
It's wild, BA. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's wild.
He was killed wearing a Lil JoJo hoodie, and Ike Muhammad, who was killed by a friend during a dispute.
Y'all this Tuka back. I heard y'all this Ike back. I heard y'all this Tuka back. Swimming on that thing left.
On March 25th, 2014, Lil Mark from 051 Young Money would drop No Competition, also titled OTF Diss, dissing Baldy, Lil Mo, Tasky, Lil Rob, Trix, D-Thang, Lil Steve, Odie, LA Capone, the BDs as a whole, J Money, Rondo, 300 Lamron, and the Chicago Police Department, all while paying homage to his dead homies, Fathead and Tuka.
Baldy pack, Mosky pack, Tasky pack, Blue Rock black, wake up 8 of bone.
Bruce Lee salute. It's a random bag. At the Fairhead, they put either powdered sugar or you can have it down with whipped cream.
3 days later,
okay.
From THF 46 and D Rose from
Shout out to
600
you, Snack
would
King.
kill Lil Mark.
I know exactly what
Apparently,
you're talking
Lil
about.
Mark got caught
That's
at the
fair.
same bus stop twice in a 2-day span. The first time, allegedly Vaughn, Twilla, and someone else caught Lil Mark at the bus stop, and he barely ended up getting away. The next day, someone spotted Lil Mark there and called up either D Rose or Twilla, and they pulled up and killed him. D Rose would then go on to post this video, but he ended up deleting it later, saying, "There's Tuka on 51st, and it's a video of him at the crime scene." Twilla also returned to the crime scene and took a picture where Lil Mark had died.
Hey, it's a Tuka on 51st.
Damn, body down.
I was not going to see you. Tweaking, bro.
Body down. 51st. Gang.
Man,
Yo, they wildin'. Yo, they wildin'. Hey, yo. It said, song dedicated to the homies who got killed, but
No, the
all
same
these
day, D
smoking on
Rose
the
was
ops
also
song,
arrested,
shake my head.
found
Yeah.
guilty for the murder of Big V. Now, literally the next day, Lil B from STO would be killed by police, and the whole situation is kind of fishy. A lot of people believe that the police department lied about his death because there's a lot of it that doesn't really make sense. I don't even know if I'm allowed to speak on that shit, to be honest, but y'all can look up the details of what happened and see for yourselves. The next month, on April 10th, 2014, Bebe from Mob would kill Blood Money from Front Street. Blood Money, also known as Big Glow, was a rapper and the cousin of Chief Keef. He claimed Front Street and was close to a lot of gangs and a lot of members, and he was shot outside while visiting his family's home. Many people believe Bebe did it, but it's very uncertain. The next day, Big A and King Von from OBlock would kill KI from STO. Now, the loss of KI would infuriate STO, and after the loss of many important members, the GDs would be out for blood in the upcoming years, and they would take advantage of King Von, C-Day, Rondo, D Rose, Manny, M-Thing, T-Roy, Boss Top, and Boss Money all being incarcerated.
Dang, son.
2 weeks
Red
after
light,
KI's
salute.
death, Lil Twan from Taekwon World and Can't Get Right from STO would kill Lil Sam from OBlock. Now, it's not sure that they actually did it, but here's a screenshot of an OBlock member paying respects after his death. next month, on May 31st,
you see how rapid these things are coming back to back to back.
051 Young Money would kill Newski. Lil Durk and Newski, who is his cousin, were out shopping, and Newski was sitting in a car waiting for Durk to finish buying some shoes. 051 would ambush him while he was in the car, and Newski tried to drive away and ended up crashing. When Durk came out after hearing the shots, it was already too late. After this, 051 began dissing Lil Durk on the internet, and including Mubu Crump, who was from Dro City, who actually went to the spot where Newski was shot and streamed it on Instagram Live.
They left his ass right here. You feel me? They left his ass up here on folks and them tweaking. Buying some shoes. Y'all see real niggas be up here though. Nigga play with me up here on folks and this bitch on the news. I look like Newski. Hit his ass up right here on Pat. I'm with the nigga that did. He don't want to be on camera though. Hit his ass up right here on Pat.
Why were you talking like that? What?
They fucked my boy up. Right here, you feel me? Historic events. Y'all know I'm gonna bring y'all around this shit. Historic events. Wish a nigga would play with me, boy. I look like Newski.
Oh my goodness, man. Oh my goodness, man.
The next month, Just Blow and Lil Boo from 600 would kill Scrap from Mob on June 7, 2014, outside during a party.
Might well bend down a little bit. Just bend down a little bit.
What you mean, like this?
Yeah, a little more. That shit looks slick, boy. Squat the knees, goof.
Yeah.
The next week, C-Day, Rondo, and E-Day would drop OG Bobby Johnson, dissing Tuka and shouting out 600 shooter Lil Boo.
Smoking on the Tuka like it's hookah. 50 in the tank plus a cooler. Nigga ain't chasing no hoes in the street, nigga. I'm on his ass with the mop stick. Ain't playing with his ass, I'ma drop him quick. Then bail out, can't tell now. Shoot a nigga, look, now they wanna tell now.
Crazy. Ain't traffic going out the fucking lazy. I ain't trying to hear shit, bitches, fuck you pay me. If I see a op or fuck it, but I'm on the baby.
A week after this, Lil Boo and blast his ass from 600 would kill Polo from 051. And later that year, on October 2nd, 2014, Chief Keef would drop Finito.
Run, nigga, run for the pole, nigga. Hey, please, nigga. Gas, fuck, nigga. Smoke, feds in my bite, nigga. Bite. You want some? Hurry up, nigga. Try to rob, bitch, we 30'd up. I'm a gorilla in a fucking coop. Finna push up in the zoo, nigga. Oh, nigga, who the fuck is you? I don't know, nigga.
The next year, on January 23rd, 2015, Just Blow from 600 would drop 600 bars, repping his set, shouting out Boss Top, paying homage to LA Capone, and calling for the release of C-Day.
I can never lack, go to sleep with the gas, smoke a nigga top, then I go get another gat 22 on me, young time by the Glock, you catch me on the O, smoke a dope Boss Top.
These niggas is mad talented. They just dissing each other and shit.
They real, but they really pretend. This shit never stop, it'll never eat. For my brother, we'll catch you on broad day. Them shots make a run like a relay. Free 22 shots, that's C-Day. And I'm all caked up, no B-Day.
2 months later, on March 21st, 2015, Tay 600 would drop The Computers Freestyle, dissing Tuka, STLEBT, Zico, Lil Jojo, and Lil Mark.
Cash out on True, getting top back 2 slots while I'm off a school bus. Like Sook, like Repo, give me deep though while I'm off this Zico. No, I won't save her. Big wet look Jojo off his bike and took his shit like Debo. Fucking bitches getting money, that's my fucking stilo. Cash look for. When I slide, better bail. Unless you wanna me, Lil Mark, what's I deal? Free my nigga.
4 days after that, Lil Durk would drop the Finito remix, repping OTF, shouting out Lamron, and more specifically saying that he's gonna go shoot Young Money up. And y'all know who that is by now.
I'm a OTF boy, we cool. Finna pull up to the zoo, nigga. Loose, nigga. Free my nigga zoo. He a loose screw. Bitch, I ran through the ox. Finna go and shoot your money up. What? Grease my trigger finger, it ain't.
2 days after that, Melly from 051 would kill OTF Chino on March 27, 2015. Allegedly, it's because Durk had released the Finito remix saying that he was going to shoot Young Money up. And apparently there's a video out there with Melly on Twitter berating Lil Durk for being a quote-unquote fake gangster. After this situation, Melly and Crump would both go on the internet and end up dissing Chino.
Hey, y'all got that order for Nooski? Chino burger. Chino burger. Yeah. Y'all got it? Hey, right?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yo. Wow, disrespect.
Oh, Bill. What's up? Y'all with that OTLK shit? Oh, man. Hey, this motherfucker bogus as hell, man. Y'all, this shit ain't done, man. Y'all done put this shit back on the grill, man. This shit disgusting, man. Get this shit together, man. For real, this shit bogus as hell, man. Straight up, man. That shit nasty as hell.
Yo, little gracious thing, when you need your shit, some motherfuckers remember what you did. It's like your pizza.
Yeah, Chino burger. That's what they said.
Get the fuck out of here.
No, my son just said Chino burger.
Damn.
Yo, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. They wildin'.
The next month, on April 3rd, 2015, Bebe from Mob, Motor from Jaro City, and Uchi and Arrow from 051 Young Money would kill Lil Boo from 600. About 2 weeks after that, TB from Taekwon World would kill Capo from Front Street. Now the two actually used to be friends, and TB killed him because Capo was constantly dissing Big V and was extremely disrespectful towards TB's homies. And when Front Street and Taekwon World became ops, Capo allegedly started sending death threats to TB, and that's why TB ended up killing him.
It's like death after death after death. TP would drive bus stop on 522.
THL shit, man. Y'all know how that gang. Buckshot, him and Bob got them jocks ready to spark. I spot a opposite man down, get him going, it's no problem. Make it to the top, don't get your ass found like your homie by that bus stop.
Melly and Ario from 051 Young Money would kill Raheem from THF 46. Apparently, Raheem had tried to kill Melly 2 weeks earlier as a get back for his BDs, but Melly ended up surviving with only shots to his feet, and him and Ario would end up killing Raheem.
Yeah. And how old was he?
2 months later, Bebe and Nut from Mob would kill Stella from 600 on July 22nd, 2015. Stella was driving back to Brick City when he took a shortcut through Mob territory. He stopped at a red light, and Mob members ended up spotting him from their car, and they got out and ended up shooting at him, resulting in his death. A month later, 600 Breezy would drop Don't Get Smoked, calling out the GDs, 051 Young Money, and even the Chicago Police Department, shouting CPDK, dissing P5, Tuka, and a lot of other dead ops.
That's to the face. Shot P5 right in his face. Spraying niggas like some mace. No fucking face, no fucking case. Free the gas.
Later that month, Westbrook from THF 46 would kill Wank from 051 Young Money as a get back for Raheem. The next month, Arrow from 051 would kill Tyjuan from THF 46. The report said Tyjuan and a 15-year-old friend were victims of a drive-by shooting in their neighborhood. While the teenagers were walking their block at about 7:30 p.m., a car drove by and someone inside started shooting, resulting in Tyjuan's death.
Crazy.
The next day, Chief Keef would drop off the Tuka, and yeah, it's just mad disrespectful.
These little niggas reckless.
2 months later, on November 9th, 2015, J-Mac from OBlock will be shot while walking home from a barbershop with his friends around 9:30 p.m. And some people believe it was done by Taekwon World. This would lead his very close friend TQ to grow up hating Taekwon World, and it said that he would diss him on his story just about every day. The next year in 2016, FBG Cash would drop Tuka Gang, and it's basically how it sounds. It was a tribute to his dead homie Tuka, showing that the GDs were up in arms for him.
I'm on that Tuka gang shit. Tuka gang shit. Tuka gang shit. Tuka gang shit. I'm on it. They said Tuka gang ain't on shit, that's a lie. You fuck around with the Tuka gang and you fuck around and get shot. I'm from Tookaville, where them niggas down with it. Fuck Brick Squad, cause them niggas clowns with it. I'm on that Tuka gang.
2 months later, on March 16th, 2016, Dre Money, THF, would drop 46 bars, dissing his ops and calling them out.
Fans and comers, there's a stack of style. You in the streets for fame, you better play your part. Gino got aim, he'll leave a nigga. Those niggas felt the same. I ain't out here to make no name. Loyalty stay true to my game. Overseas, that's my domain. Where any nigga get chained. We smoking Zico to the heart, take it to the heart. You chunkin' wise, we gon' spark. Shoot up Rabbit's Park. 5 M.
2 months after that, Duck would drop Let's Talk and basically calls out all the fake ass gangsters in the industry and in the streets, and especially calling out the 600 set.
Niggas wanna talk about shooters? Well, your shooters ain't no shit. Fuck a shooter, I hang with killers, I know ain't gon' miss. Niggas wanna talk, every nigga smoking Tuka, I swear to God, I'ma make y'all pay for that shit. Niggas wanna talk about murders? Well, how many bodies you got? Niggas wanna talk about rappers? Well, I know rappers is big. Niggas wanna talk about gangsters? Boy, shut the fuck up. BDs turn to GD, GDs turn to BDs, what the fuck?
The next month, Rome from THF 46 and T-Man from THF 44 would kill T-Berg from 051 Young Money on June 10, 2016. I think it's important to note that Rome was the same kid that was present when Quint was killed in 2011 and was a young man that was run over by Montana. So you can bet that he grew up with a hatred for 051 after that. Three days later, Bite Down from 600 and Wu-Tang from Duke Squad would kill Bebe from Mob as revenge for killing Stello in the year prior. Four days after that, E-Dog from OBlock would kill G-Twink from Jaro City. Now this happened outside the hood, and this would insinuate the GDs to get back for this one.
They like right around the corner from each other too.
2 days
it's
after
like
that,
crazy.
S-Dot would drop Skrilla, basically just calling out the ops.
And I got them yappers in my system. Fuck the ops, we ain't rockin' with them niggas. My shorties told them they be drillin'. We be drillin', drill. All your niggas tellin' they be snitchin'. They gon' tell us. On the drill, on round. 600, that's the drive. You already knew that shit. LTO, I'm saying on they block, we ran through that shit. Call myself.
The next month, on July 17th, 2016, Poppy from Taekwon World and Can't Get Right from STL would kill Chino from OBlock. Two months later, Gucci from THF 46 would kill E-Boy from Mob on September 21st, 2016, and this was even caught on video.
Damn. I'm glad he blacked it out, so I ain't have to. Sheesh.
2 months after that, TTB Nez would drop Fuck the Ops Part 2, dissing 600 Breezy, LA Capone, Stillo, Lil Boo, and a lot of other BD dead homies on November 18th, 2016.
Man, Lil Brizzo need to stop. Think LA the reason you hot. Ask that low man how shit hot. And a little while he gon' get what he got.
The next month, on December 1st, 2016, Tristo and Melly from 051 Young Money would kill Trayvon from THF 46. And the next day after that, Rome would kill Shot Mac as a get back for Trayvon in broad daylight in a response to the Fuck the Ops 2 video. He even made some tweets about it later.
Crazy. You see how close they are to, you see how close, you know what I'm saying? Oh shit, I'm dropping my lighter. But look, so THF 46 is up here, right? Hold on, it's up here, right? And then you got 051 Young Money right here. That's like, you know what I'm saying? That's not that far from each other. You know what I'm saying? That's like close proximity type shit. Like all of these are, you know what I'm saying? It's wild, man, when you think about it. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. What Redlock say? Then you have all the drama and compromised fools in battle rap and the music industry in general exploiting and profiting off of this actual real life gang stuff. Shake My Head makes all the drama seem so phony. That's a fact, Miss Redlocks. And you know what I mean? Most of the drama is phony. When you're looking at this right here, like when you looking at this right here and you see that, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing really coming from that drama. You know what I mean? That outside drama. But this right here, there's something really coming from that. You know what I'm saying? It makes, you know what I mean? Night and day type shit. You feel me? Half of them have never been in a gang or ever seen any of this. That's a fact, man. Man, that's crazy, man. We'll get back into this video.
In a response to the Fuck the Ops 2 video. He even made some tweets about it later.
Yo, that's crazy.
2 days after that, G.I. Joe and Can't Get Right from STL would kill Big A from OBlock. And G.I. Joe was the older brother of K.I., and this was a big hit on OBlock, as Big A was a well-known shooter and loved by most of the BDs. Later that month, on December 28, 2016, Westbrook and Gucci would drop Ooh Remix, calling out their ops and dissing their dead homies, including E-Boy, who they killed that year.
Yeah, we smoking on the Zico. Can't forget Lamar, get these streets though. Lamar, that Snoop Booty Sass in that neat though. Smoking on this fast, getting deep though. Don't go like E-Boy by that fucking stove. Don't go like G.O. by that.
We smoking Zico, we need more though. Gucci can't say he got bankroll. I said that's cool, now hurry up.
The next year, TB, Poppy, and Richie Jerk would drop Taekwon Way.
600 K, Front Street K, Savage Squad K, OBlock. You know how you rockin'. I had them villains take off with that A-ball, take his face off, Taekwon Way in the playoff. King Drive, them boys got a deadline, put a fat ass hole in his line. Started as a youngin', toe tools like I'm plumbing. Look, Chris, they be poking, Front Street, they be joking, poke 'em in slow motion. Chino, what? Slide through the O, we gon' catch a O, we gon' back his ass. The little boo, fuck, tie your head, we gon' scratch his ass.
On February 14, 2017, TB from Taekwon World would kill T-Roy. Apparently, TB walked up to T-Roy while he was in a store and shot him in the chest. Now, this was another huge loss for OBlock, as T-Roy was one of the most loved members.
Look how close that is, though. Taekwon World is right here, right? OBlock is right here. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's that close. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, man.
And was always ready to drill for them. King Von, who was incarcerated during this time, let OBlock know that something needed to be done and that they needed to take revenge for T-Roy. So members from both OBlock and 600 gathered together and created the infamous Get Back Gang.
Yeah.
Now, just a day after this happened, the block was hot and OBlock members were out for blood. On February 15th, 2017, Rage from OBlock was arrested after he saw people that he thought didn't belong in the territory and eventually shooting at them, but accidentally hitting an 11-year-old girl and killing her. There's even footage of him being beat up in jail for it.
Goodness. Rest in peace.
Later that month, Just Blow, Buka, and Young Famous would drop Dirty Glock, letting the ops know that they're ready for war and paying homage to T-Roy by including a clip of him at the end of it.
Posted on the brakes, glizzy with a stick, 6-0 nigga, and I keep a 30 clip. Ask the ops about me, they can tell you what I do. If I ain't sliding the glide, I'm bet I'm busting moves. Gotta keep a two. We turn up, give a fuck about the place. 600 savage, come and shoot up where you stay. Posted on the brakes, keep a dirty Glock for a dirty yacht. Free 9 to 22 for 12 and fuck the witness too.
I call a Buka shooter, you know just blow and shoot you. Gotta send the clips like bloopers. Took a stop and left from ruthless.
The next month, Angela and Montana from 051 Young Money would kill Bobo from THF 46 on March 6, 2017.
That's
Basically,
crazy.
long story short, they knew that Bobo was being released from jail and waited for him to get out. And after Bobo was released, they rode up on him and shot him, resulting in a huge car chase before they crashed and got away on foot. Luckily for them, the helicopter usually used in situations like these was grounded due to inclement weather, so they got away. This was another big loss for the BDs.
Let's bring that up for a second. BA, you hit the, like, it's wild, right? BA says the thing that is crazy is most of these young men are calling each other ops, the opposition, right? They grew up with each other since elementary school. Let that sink in. Like, you're killing people that you grew up with, like, that you know from a baby. It is heartbreaking, man.
Later that month, on March 24th, 2017, Lil Twan from Taekwondo World would release Homicide, basically upping himself, talking about murder, having shooters or ride or dies, and calling out the ops.
It's gonna be another homicide. It's gonna be another homicide. Keep that glizzy on my side, just so I can stay alive. Know some niggas that's gonna ride, know some niggas that gon' slide. You want some smoke, just let me know. We got free smoke for the low. We got bees with the scope. I'm just trying to let you know I'm on that money, on.
The next month, on March 3rd, 2017, Fredo and Lil Reese would drop Prove Something. It goes pretty hard. It kind of reminds me of Memphis rap, and I don't know, it could possibly be a response to Homicide being dropped just like a week prior, but I don't know.
You gon' make me grab my chopper and just shoot some. Say you got a body, nigga, prove some. All my niggas grab me, we gon' do some. Say you got a chopper, nigga, shoot some. Skeet off from the wait up a fuck, nigga, crib in broad day. Can't find a nigga shoot, where his mama stay. Fuck it.
The next month, on May 15th, 2017, Gleesh, E-Dog, Duke, and HK, all from OBlock, would kill Lil Ho from Jaro City. Now, the story goes they were drilling in Jaro territory when they killed Lil Ho, and this would be the first
Once
get back.
again,
for
look
T.
how close that is. Jarrell City is right here. OBlock is right here. Like, that's literally like around the block down the street. You know what I'm saying?
Roy. A week later, Catfuck 12 and Mikado from 600 would kill Jamo from Mob in support of OBlock getting back for T-Roy. And the next month on June 7th, 2017, FBG Duck would drop Intro, posted up on 63rd, and especially dissing Newski, only stoking the fire that OBlock had for revenge.
On the paper chase, I've been playing with roles. 13 years old, I was playing with poles. I was told, if a nigga tried to pull up, then lil' bro gon' blow. They ain't never got the chance to let down they window. All my shooters like, fuck being humble. On that disrespectful shit, fuck Lil Durk cuz.
About a week later, Duke and HK from OBlock would kill Poppy from Taekwondo World. And the story goes that HK and Duke were riding around when they spotted Poppy, and HK would get out and shoot him in the head. Thereafter, he would be known as the Headshot King. The next month, Catfuck 12 from 600, Gleesh, Trey 5, E-Dog, and HK from OBlock would kill Kobe Mack from Taekwondo World and Brick from STL. Apparently they were drilling when they saw FBG Duck's brother Brick and Kobe Mack in a car. They rolled down their windows and began shooting at them. Brick tried to run away, but he was chased down by HK and Trey 5, who ended up shooting him several times. Now this was a pretty big hit, and originally there were so many BD members there because they planned to get in a large shootout with STL.
Wow. BA says the real sick part of it is of this tragedy is both sides are actually keeping score. That's wild, man. That's wild. Like, keeping score though, like, oh my.
About a week later, Dusky would drop Letter to Scrap, and it's a whole song dedicated to his fallen homie.
Say to your face like, why you have your pole on you, nigga? Lord, know you a blow at a nigga. What's wrong with you, nigga? Sit that there, I keep it on me, my nigga. I love for you. Who would've thought one day I'll merge something on you? Shit crazy. And your brother Melly, he just had a baby. Named Lil Brad. Yeah, the guys still tweaking with each other. Some like some and the other hate the other. I already know what you finna say. That we ain't shit if we ain't got.
2 months later, on September 26, 2017, HK and Gleesh from OBlock and Mikado from 600 would kill TB from Taekwondo World and ended up shooting Side from Jarrell City. Apparently a neighboring set of Black P Stones gave HK TB's location and they killed him. Allegedly, HK said this is for T-Roy before shooting him and getting revenge for his brother.
Misery.
2 days after that, E-Dog and Gleesh from OBlock would kill Fradio from Jarrell City. Apparently they were riding around when they spotted Fradio, got out of the car, asked where he was from, and then shot him. The next month, Lil Reese and Lil Durk would drop Distance, It Goes Dummy, and I don't know, it could be possibly a shout out to the OBlock shooters who previously caught bodies, but I don't know.
And I love my vultures, do what they say, them boys are just talking. Recent money hawk 'em, ain't no nigga in the city gon' really try to stop them. Headshot made it so we good.
So much shit I can say, but it'll get me locked today. After doing bad, I pray. Got your bitch all in the rave.
Why you niggas not listening? These niggas shooting from a distance. Fuck niggas, they gon' make me keep my distance.
The next month, On November 24th, 2017, Wooski from STL, Lil Cho from Taekwon World, and Skitty from Jaro City would kill HK from OBlock. Apparently, they went to OBlock looking for revenge and spotted HK, and all three chased after him before shooting him multiple times. After this hit, Taekwon World, STL, and Jaro City all got revenge by killing HK.
Yo, this is wild. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is crazy. This is wild to me.
The next month, on December 24th, 2017, Montana and Drilla would drop Facts, dissing Get Back Gang, 600, and OBlock, and also shouting out EBT, and specifically dissing Bobo, maybe alluding to the claim that they both killed him. Who knows?
Pull up bet out on the sick, cause them niggas ain't on shit. Just might go to Just Turkey, I swear to God they good as shit. I smoke Bible.
Yo, they wild. Yo, brothers is out here.
The next year, in 2018, Wooski from STL would drop Computers Remix, dissing Lil Steve, Big A, Dirk, Ide, Newski, D-Thang, Keita, who was a woman who died of natural causes, J Money, Lil Boo, HK, LA Capone, OD, Baldy, Pluto, Chino, White White, not to mention the Black Disciples gang as a whole, Front Street, O-Block, Brick City, TY and B-Set, and also the police department on January 2nd, 2018.
Yeah, it's only right. The police department too. Why not?
We from Street K and we Brick City K. They terrified niggas telling on me, so I'ma chill. Phone stood over J Money and put four in his grill. Smoking Big A in traffic, trying to catch Dirk or Ide. Slide on new ski, 80s, 30s, spray you died a new ski way. As Lil Boo how that hot shit feel. HK got caught trying to pump fake and folk got on his heels. And every time we on they block, somebody gon' get killed. Pick his body up, now put that nigga in the trunk, in the alley where you get done.
Later that month, on January 19th, 2018, Fredo Santana would die from a seizure. A week later, Duck would drop Slide, and yeah, you know it. You know how it goes. Turn that auto-tune off, you know I'm coming. This a real nigga party, you cannot get in.
Busting out the knee, folding them out the Zans. I can't shake your hand, no I'm not your friend. I don't fuck with rappers. Cause if you gon' slide, push a nigga then slide in. Yo, let me see some fucking shots fired in. Niggas really shoot no accident. I can't make this shit up, I cannot pretend. Damn, and I heard you know who shot your man. Man, they shoot that crib up you had me. Don't wanna hit them loud sounds, then be quiet then.
The next month, on February 4th, 2018, Buka would drop Pesos, mentioning how much he misses LA and shouts out shooters HK, Duke, and Mikado, and also his homeboy Rondo.
I need them boys. LA, he left me lonely. Had 22 and 9 from the goal. My brother, they left me lonely. Duke shoot a nigga up slowly. Heck shoot a nigga up slowly. Keep your business low key. Keep your living low key. Keep your feelings low key. Keep your vaults low key.
A week after that, Wooski and Dooski would drop Shooters, paying homage to Tuka and Shooter KI while dissing Lil Mo and calling out the BDs.
Rest in peace, Lieutenant Tuka, all these fucking shooters. We shoot shit like a dream team, but no, we not no Uber. He got a bullet.
I fuck with Woosie, they do it for Tuka. I got a list by a mother, my mother. Pull up a Ruger, that's right. Whenever you mention the dose, you better mention the move. Ready, homie. You ready with the killers that kill you, homie. And you niggas still ain't turn up for them yet, bitch.
You can't hang, why hang, nigga? We some shooters.
3 months later, on May 15th, 2018, Dooski would drop Who Run It remix, calling out the Ops, Chief Keef, and Lil Herbo specifically, dissing Lil Mo and paying homage to his fallen homie Scrap.
Who the fuck want war with us? Send a couple shots, they scared. I remember they was riding through Front Street, looking for Keith a little hair. When I pull up, the niggas used to run. Lil Mo came through, blew all the shots up, but ready to turn a nigga to a mannequin. Headshot, net shot by shot by shot, can't breathe, now niggas start panicking. Skate off
And they're super talented, which is crazy.
10 days after
That they
that,
will
Lil
use
T
their
and
talent
Dazu
for-
from
you know what I mean?
THF46 would kill Mubu Crump from Dro City and wound Melly from 051 Young Money. Apparently they were caught outside during a party before being shot, and Melly ended up surviving a headshot wound. The next month, on June 10th, 2018, Lil James from TYMB would kill Ty from STL. It's important to note that Ty was the uncle of Manny Fresh, so remember that. 4 days later, Just Blow, Mimo 600, Young Famous would drop Tookie Took, dissing Tookaville and ripping 600.
Smoking on this tube, she blow me like a fluke. That top drop like a coupe, never change up on the gas.
Straps. Me mo gon' blow. Just blow gon' blow. Don't fuck with these lames. Only my gang. Only 6-0. Knowing how we rock, Uncle Luke. You can't hop up in this coupe unless you smoke it Tookie too. She like give a nigga ass fresh fade.
At this point, Get Back Gang was still active and out for blood, especially after the death of HK. And on June 16th, 2018, Duke and Muwap from OBlock would kill Can't Get Right from STL. Apparently they were informed that Can't Get Right was in a store and drove there and killed him, along with an innocent bystander who was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
All right, now, everybody, not at one time. What just happened? Who got killed? That's what I'm asking y'all.
Yeah.
Can't Get Right got killed.
Word.
Can't Get Right.
Hey, somebody show me a picture. I don't think I know y'all talking about.
Let's say drop a picture in the comments.
Show the first picture. Is this Can't Get...
Is that Can't Get Right?
Hold on, is
Show
this
him.
him?
Is this
Or
Can't
this
Get Right?
him?
Cause I don't know how he look.
This what he look like?
They talk some Can't Get Up. Oh
They always make some shit before we do it. They beat us to it every time.
Y'all should start killing people. Cause y'all be doing this. You doing the man.
Y'all niggas really.
The next month, on July 24th, 2018, Lil Durk, OTF Ike, Buka 600, and Duty Low would drop Play Your Role. And at this point, OTF is popping, and Durk would sign with Interscope just 3 days later.
Play your role. Go can't play with your nose. You act like bro ain't told. He ain't stick to the code. Try to keep your pistol with you. Tell you, we'll play your role, but don't play with me. We play for keeps, gang play with keys. So don't snitch on the law. God killers through flesh. Wanna be gang.
I hope I don't get flagged with all these songs that's being played, you know what I'm saying?
Put some money, we getting rich.
Hopefully nice.
Shooter, catch a body, do ya? Run up on him, booyah, booyah.
The next month, on August 18th, 2018, Montana would drop Tana 2 times with Drilla in the video, calling out their ops, dissing their dead homies, and again, specifically dissing Bobo, maybe alluding to the claim that they killed him.
Pull up with them Glocks out. Any nigga out there getting knocked down. Everybody in Dressville get down. Anytime it's a phone call, man down. Don't pull up, ride down California, smoke a Bobo. Now I really pay attention to what post. Fuck around, drop a whack, get you drop hole. Hit him up, make a pause, then he drops low. Bands on a nigga, you had to blick, but you ain't blick though. In front of your stove, smoke a big mo. We took that show, it ain't shit though. Who the fuck is ugly go? Leave him stink.
Later that month, on August 31st, 2018, Manny Fresh from STO would kill Lil James from TYMB as revenge for his uncle, who was killed earlier that year. The next month, on September 10th, 2018, Lil Durk would drop No Auto. Y'all know this one.
Catch him, knock his noodles back. Just don't tweak out here. Phone no sliding, late night honey. Ain't no sleep out here. I be on my dick in songs, but I don't pay him no mind. All them hoes that be with the ops gang, then broke they spine. New op pack in the air, this gas or what? He'll still be alive right now if you niggas ain't gas him up.
That same day, Drilla would drop 51 Dead Ops. Y'all know this one too. Basically, this is every single deceased BD that I've talked about up until this point, including other ops that 051 had.
to Bob, I wish they came and got you. Bet LA was ain't walking the back too. Lil' Boo got hit on the drive, was he fixed on the car? His head was on the tire ride. He ain't got hit on the
2 days after that, Buka would drop City of Heck, which is basically a tribute to his fallen homies, HK and T-Roy.
I lost Heck, then I lost hope. Like it tough as a road. Heck, the first person I sent pesos. 500,000 hits, I went gold. Gotta protect the gold from the wolves. Protect your energy for you and yours.
Said King Von and Bezo would beat that body on 10/6, 2018.
You know how we coming, man.
So what you on, bro? We finna tee the streets up. Tookaville.
Shout out Get Back Game, man. Get Backs.
You know what the fuck going on? That's us, dummy. Oh boy, what the fuck I'm known for? Caught a body, beat that body, catch some more. Niggas fanning.
Rest in peace to $10 do hits in the Impalas. If we spot him, then we got him. He won't see tomorrow.
4 days later.
DQ from OBlock and Catfuck 12 from 600 would kill Dusky from Mob on October 10th, 2018. The next day, Lil Sean from Mob would kill Waldo from 600 as revenge for Dusky. Apparently he saw Waldo walking in the street, pulled up to him, and shot him several times. Later that month, on October 19th, 2018, Meeski, D-Mac, and D-Man from OBlock would drop Come Back, which is them basically posted up on the block, dissing their ops, including Can't Get Right, who was killed that year. It's just a group of youngins, really, but I think it was important to show what type of environment they grow up around and how early these youngins get involved in that,
you know what I'm saying?
Bring shit back,
Hey,
come back
super
again,
youngin'.
get your bitch smacked. We is gang, we some get backs.
That's wild.
Pull up, spit shit like Kit Kat. We walk around with them fat knots. Got some goofy like I rock his drill off. Fuck a bitch, nigga, she a up-dog. I smack a nigga with the fucking Glock. Yeah, then hit him up. Disrespect the block, then you get slumped.
Yeah, probably on the next one, Cheers. I'll put it up on the next one.
Now 4 days later,
That is a
DQ,
great idea.
Muwop,
You know what I'm saying?
Gleesh, and E-Dog.
This is
knew
for
that Wooski
educational
from STL
purposes.
would be at Dusky.
Hold on, let me stop this real quick. For everybody watching, this is for educational purposes because I have no idea what these young brothers is going through. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like most of us don't know what these young brothers is going through. And I want to take, you know what I mean, kind of take a trip into their world. You know what I'm saying? And I know I would never be able to do so besides watching, you know what I mean, this and kind of gathering the information. You dig what I'm saying? That's why we're doing this.
From Mob's funeral, so they pulled up during a service and attempted to kill him. People ended up being shot, including Wooski, who was shot in the head, but miraculously survived on October 23rd, 2018. The next month, on November 28th, 2018, Lil Twan from Taekwon World will release 62 dead ops. Yeah, it's like 51 dead ops, but, you know.
Yo.
Still got caught trying to take a piss. Damn little boy, you got hit in this shit. Call little kitty, she was trying to do a dick. Left Whitey on the drive, left smelling like shit. Her T-Roy got hit. Why the fuck he was trying to lurk? Say he tried to run, but he wind up tripping on that big ass shirt. Fuck they treated LA. Fuck J Money, I piss on his grave. They called Bobo and made his at his day. Heard Lil Dirt was trying to say he knew that.
And in the month after that, King Von would release the music video Crazy Story on December 11th, 2018, and it completely blows up.
Your shit on the curb, boy, we put in work from 64th and from 65th, we not from 63rd.
That same day, E-Day would release music video 600 Dead Ops, presumably in response to Lil Twan, and maybe in collaboration with King Von. I don't know.
Hit your top, you do a squat on bus off, that's your last stop. Off this pill, I'm zooted, hit that Tooka, make my head stop. Come through when they school me, guns. Go to Grand, better stay on my business. Shoot up the fiddle room, make sure they feel it. Niggas kill Coop, that's 1 in a million. Caught JoJo on his bike, they shot him off his mask. Damn. And Wooski ain't the same, he got hit in his head. We thought his ass was dead.
The next year, in 2019, Mimo from 600 and
wildin' out
an
on the
unknown
tracks.
associate from Blackgate would kill Motor and Side from Jaro City. On January 3rd, 2019, I marked Blackgate with the yellow circle on the map. It's just another hood of BDs. And yeah, Motor and Side were good friends, and they were just hanging out and got killed.
Yeah.
About 2 weeks later, Mimo and Just Blow would drop Gang Bangin', shouting out O-Block and Get Back Gang, calling out the ops and paying homage to LA Capone.
Remember sympathy. We ain't showing none. They took LA from me. Pray for me. When I go to sleep, them demons fuck with me.
Got kickback. Shooters from Wallon gon' shoot up your kickback. Them OBlock boys gon' go for some get back.
Rip your set, throw your hood, bitch. We gang. Gang bangin'. Bitch, huh? What's your gang?
The next month, FBG Duck and Ruga would drop Exposing Me remix, and he just comes out the gate dissing O-Block, T-Roy, Lil Boo, Lil Steve, and a whole bunch of other BDs. It's just mad disrespectful.
Stello got hit from the back of the seat. Damn, the back of the seat. He tried to get up, shot him back of the seat. They left his head in the back of the seat. Fuck your homie dead. You heard what I said. Fuck Sherrod, fuck OD, fuck D-Thing, get fucked tire.
The month after that, on March 16, 2019, Mimo 600 would drop Steppers. And from what I gather from the song, it's just throwing shots at his ops, saying that they're really not about shit. And he would go on to diss Tuka and pay homage to his homie Lil Steve.
Oh, you be with them steppers, huh? You ain't even help your man. That's why I ain't got no friends. 100K for a pain. Oh, you be with them steppers like Fila. Stepping on niggas like Kales. Pull up, we handing out shells. My name ring, ding, bells. Long list, throw else. Pull up the mob, ayy. Phone them gon' spark, ayy. Get them fuck what that mark say. Phone them catch you loafing on your block, they leave you, that's a mark, ayy.
The next day, OTF Ike will release Dead Bodies. And it's just, he kind of shows like 2 dead bodies, so I don't know, possibly alluding to the death of Motor and Side that were killed earlier that year, maybe, question mark, I don't know, not saying it was, but you know, y'all could decide that for yourselves. You know how it goes.
You a pussy ass nigga, you ain't gang. You a pussy ass nigga, can't hang while I hang. Shooter sitting there, all these shoes around me, got no punch. Leave your brains in the concrete. We sliding all SRT. Yeah, I'm hella made. Fuck these niggas, already know they telling names. These niggas signing deals with the DEA.
2 months later, on May 2nd, 2019, Lil Durk and King Von would drop Crazy Story remix, repping O-Block and Lamron, shouting out Buka, and calling out their ops on 63rd.
Check the scope. If y'all lose one more, that's 6 to 24. Let me focus, can't be zoning out. He pulling up now, he double pop. He ain't get got a drop on a rapping nigga. I be from the rack. I'm like cool, better not front your movie, you become a pack. You see Vaughn, you see 40 tight. Ain't no point in slime. They be talking from the internet. They don't be outside. Hit the 6, call Dada out. Tell them about a lick.
2 months after that, on July 19th, 2019, Duck would drop On That Car, and yeah, it goes hard.
He could try to run, but he won't make it far. They know what we real, they know who we are. I could tell he hit. Better use your fucking head before I hit it with this car. I always say I'm out of space, cause I'm a star. All you think every season. Hey, phone him and kill your ass for no reason. You better hope that doctor stop all that bleeding.
The next month, Lil Durk in 21 would drop Die Slow. It's not really anything too complicated or subliminal. Durk literally says, for the man who killed my cousin, make sure he dies slow.
For the nigga that killed my cousin, make sure he dies slow. I know a killer that's ready to shoot some. Glock in my lap, I'm strapped. Too rich to fist fight niggas get clout.
And the next month, on September 1st, 2019, some people believe the person was a BD. Most people believe that it was a man from Jaro City, ended up killing Melly from 051 Young Money. He was actually shot during a party in Jaro City territory, which is why most people believe it was someone from Jaro City. Speculation over his death includes conflict over gambling, a girl, or maybe even just straight up talking shit. We'll never know.
Man, they just killed y'all.
Later that month, on September 24th, 2019,
That was crazy.
Manny from 600 would kill Travis from Jarrow City. Travis was killed hours after streaming on Facebook Live and getting in an argument with a girl from his ops side, basically calling her a hoe, and he ended up naming off people that she's been with, both from GDs and BDs. And during the live, you could literally hear the woman that Travis is with pleading with him to end the live and stop talking shit, because she knew what he was getting himself into. That night, he was killed walking along the street with that same woman at 2 a.m.
Cause she come on my live talking shit on 4th grade. I've been ignoring you for all the little shit you been saying. I've been trying to ignore you. On my dead mama grade, I've been trying to ignore you. On Jarvis grade, on 4. And Merchant on Divine, you ain't say that. Oh, Merchant on Divine, you ain't fuck Lil Boo on 4. I thought Ray Ray was your first. Travis. No, Lil Boo was fucking the dogs out you, and Divine was fucking the dog shit out you too.
Travis.
No, I'm gonna keep it all real.
What is you doing?
Free M thing on 4. Even though he out free M thing, cause M thing said he was fucking the dog shit out your ass on job. He was fucking the dog shit out your ass. Lil Boo was fucking the dog shit. Rest in peace, Queen Booby, cause Booby Edie said it. Divine said he. I mean,
you hear me? In live.
Lil Boo was fucking the dog shit out your ass.
Q just in live. Q just in live.
Drive, man.
I ain't in live, and I'm
drive.
For a reason.
I ain't finna talk shit. Go. Drive.
All right, stop talking shit.
Drive. What's up, live? How y'all doing? What's going on?
Don't say shit else. Chill. Cause that shit gonna go to some whole other shit. For real, and you know that. So that's why y'all need to chill.
You ain't got nothing to do with it. Exactly. She saying for bust your window though. On 4, she bust the window, we gonna go bust her shit and call window.
It's motherfuckers in there, so she need to chill, and you need to chill off that live, bro.
Chop, what's the word, bro? Big wise.
Chill.
2 months later, on November 11th, 2019, Lil Reese would be shot, supposedly by someone from 051 Young Money. He actually got hit in the neck and miraculously survived.
Damn.
Real shit.
You know what got to me? What got to you? When a nigga killed Zach TV. Let me hear you say fuck them niggas if you feel me.
After that, someone from Taekwon World would kill TQ. And if you don't remember, TQ was one of the younger dudes who was close with J-Mac that was killed and ended up hating Taekwon and would diss him on his story multiple times. Later that month, on December 27, 2019, HK and T-Roy's younger brother Zell will be shot while at work. While he was taking out the garbage, 2 men got into a verbal altercation with him before firing shots at him. Thankfully, he survived, and it's unknown whether the 2 men were actually affiliated with any gang. The next year, in 2020, on February 7th, Drilla would drop "Fuck the Ops," being extra disrespectful, and he dissed way too many people for me to list for y'all, so.
30 got hit with the 30. T.Y. got hit in his head. Call Waldo making a status. Left Mo Cayman dead. That shit be crazy. Dead ops got you niggas some attention. Most of that shit weak, not to mention. Larissa got shot in the neck, I can't listen. What did you say?
Curio Hill was big. That's why that shit got popped. And T.Y. couldn't take all those shots. They say he got caught trying to talk to a bot.
2 days after that, Lil Bubba and D Money from Taekwon World would kill Jado from OBlock. And the report said that Jado was walking along the street when someone got out of a green BMW and shot him, hitting him multiple times. Later that month, on February 21st, 2020, King Von would drop "Took Her to the O," further dissing his GD rivals, FBG Duck and his dead brother
2020
Although
now.
there are no official name drops, he does mention the actual words Duck and Brick, so some people think it was a subliminal diss towards them. I don't know.
She gon' need a lift, she left her phone, so I picked it up. This hoe slow as fuck, now miss calls, 3 of them for mom, the other 6 they duck. You just got some top from the stripper bitch. She from Kankakee, just brought a Glock with a ruler clip. Boy, don't play with me, this bitch a hoe. Mad at yelling about a bitch, picked up a brick. He immersed it on brick and threw it at my whip. Now I'm like shit, I hopped out so quick, then I raised my blick and I don't miss. Not back, no doubt. cause I smoked your man. Left him on the curb, she started laughing. She say, fuck that nigga, he from 63rd. Just got some time.
Literally about a week and a half later, FBG Duck would drop I'm from 63rd in response to King Von's Took Her to the O.
I don't know no stripper, I don't know bitch no can't forget. And that nigga in that video, he can't be me. Like seriously, Lil Durk, why you send this fucking little boy to play? Why you a sacrifice? He sent you to get bodies. Basically, he just signed you over to the Illuminati. And I think like he is one of the niggas that line all his ways.
That line was crazy. Hey yo.
2 months after that, King Von would drop Broke Ops on May 19th, 2020, and also posting a video called Back to the
This
Block,
shit wild. I ain't gonna
where
lie
he
to you.
shows himself re-upping his BDs with money and presumably weapons.
Closing his curtains, we scold another conversion. Designer Da Vinci, all of this ice on my wrist and it feel like it's Christmas. Speaking of Christmas, come get woke up, ain't doing no drive-bys. Yo MVP, that bitch my side. Just a wild little nigga from the south side. Nigga killed your homie, you don't need to come outside. Fuck your, come on, she twerk. All our be broke, they hurt. My niggas, they too official. Send a text, they get right with you. Y'all was someone playing monkey in the middle.
FBG Duck would drop Dead Bitches on 7/10/20.
Fuck T-Roy and OD, them dead bitches. You heard about J Money? Yeah. They Chicago legend, shit. That was just about business. Heard it mixing brick name. No, he didn't.
Later that year, on August 4th, 2020, FBG Duck would be shot in broad daylight while standing out of a store in the city's Gold Coast neighborhood. Law enforcement confirmed that 3 individuals, included FBG Duck, were hit after 2 vehicles pulled up with armed gunmen. 4 people hopping out the car and opening fire. On October 30th, 2020, Vaughn and Polo G would drop The Code, which is pretty interesting when you think about it, because there's a lot of BDs that are locked up that might, I'm not going to say they do, but they might have knowledge on, or maybe even just a little bit of knowledge of Vaughn's activities, and may have been offered once or multiple times a plea deal to testify against him. And as he claimed in the song, nobody is folded.
Just stick to the code. Got some niggas locked up and they know what they know. My homie
catch him and change him. Look how they played him. He only gangsta up on his computer. He played foul when we gave him a pass. That don't mean we won't get on your ass.
I know some niggas that's quick to get police a tip, but my nigga ain't never folded.
The next month, on November 6, 2020, Lil Durk and Pooh Shiesty would drop Back in Blood. Pooh Shiesty, who was clicked up with Choppa Gang, was dissing a rival clique from Memphis called Bezel Gang, and allegedly Pooh and his homeboys stole guns from them, saying come get it back in blood, basically daring them to come do something about it and die. Yeah. And Durk in the song disses Mubu Crump for talking shit about his cousin and getting killed in 2018, or it also could have been directed towards FBG Duck, who also dissed Newski and got killed that year.
You gotta know I go too far. Got 2 O's up on this honey, one of them might stand for.
I thought he was paying homage.
He was dissing on my cousin, now his ass all in that wood.
And on that same day, King Von and OBlock Slutty, who is the older brother of HK and T-Roy, would die in an altercation in Atlanta. And here's the video basically explaining what happened.
According to the police, 2 groups of males outside the Monaco hookah lounge began arguing with each other around 3:20 a.m. 3:20 in the morning? Lord Jesus. 2 off-duty officers who were working on an extra job at the Monaco were outside the lounge. They ain't stopped this shit? The dispute quickly escalated to gunfire between these 2 groups, police said. One of the 2 off-duty officers, as well as an on-duty officer who was working near the lounge, confronted the alleged shooters. Police said shots were fired during the encounter. They confronted them? Oh, that's who was. Dang, man.
The next year in 2021, EBG E Jizzle, the people who Pooh Shiesty dissed in Back in Blood, would respond by dissing Pooh and claiming in the song out of 2 guys that hit the lick on them, one of them was killed and the other is incarcerated. And they would also go on to call out OBlock, and in an interview about it, they basically stated that a friend of their op is also an op.
You keep sending all these shots, it's time to let them know what's up. Code got dropped and Meats got locked, so we couldn't get it back in blood. Speak on bells or you get shot, no me and Steph lay on your spot. Dirk, you hopping on this song, don't make me slide through OBlock. No, we step on shit for real, you niggas broke without a deal. Caddy woofing for a hoe, I'll find the gang till you get poked. Off the bane, I do.
Next month, 600 Breezy would drop new ops, dissing Quando Rondo, calling for his head, on February 18th, 2021.
Accidental killers, we don't really feel them. Matter of time before they smoke that little Quando nigga. Tell them free the real Rondo nigga. It's on site, affiliated, we gon' spark a nigga.
3 days later, Ray Rilla from OBlock would drop 23 dead ops, and bro even has a tattoo of JoJo's name on his fucking chest. Jeez.
Fuck all the ops, them little niggas broke on phone them and most of them dead. Smoking on Tookaville, bitch, I ain't no hooper, bitch, I'm a real shooter, bitch. I was busting so hard, I was off of the yacht, 1K, I got dropped, bitch.
This shit wild.
Right now, I'm pulling up for a little mark in the pop, bitch. Niggas say JoJo couldn't get touched, on phone no grave, look at him now. Them niggas couldn't even pay for his funeral, he rose brick ass, put him in the ground.
On February 28th, 2021, EBG E Jizzle would end up being shot but survive and drop the song Paralyze. Apparently his ops thought he was paralyzed after the shooting. And apparently this also caught the GD's attention because Skinny from Jaro City would go on to shout him out on his Instagram story. Yeah, and you know, that's basically it. Here we are now in April 2021. Chief Keef and a lot of the other rappers stopped the dissing. They stopped the talking shit. A lot of people are locked up now. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I like to say that most of what I've just said throughout the whole video, especially with anybody involved with the murder accusations, it's all just alleged information. It's not 100% accurate or inaccurate. And I mean, when it comes to like, I don't know,
for entertainment purposes,
the whole listening to all that,
you know what I'm saying?
Mainstream diss tracks and all that type of stuff. I'm hoping that now, after, if you, whoever you who watch this, learning about all these people, you know, have some respect for the dead. I've seen a lot of videos where people talk about, you know, fuck Tuka, fuck this dead person, and fuck that dead person. But dude, chill out with that shit. Just because somebody is your favorite rapper's op does not mean that they're yours.
Facts, man. Out of everybody talked about today, more than 30 remain incarcerated. Over 100 are deceased. Jeez. 1990s, 2006, 94, 95, 93, 97, 96, 91. Come on, man. 90, 95, 80, 94, 86, 99. Come on, man. Come on, man. 2000. Oh my goodness, man. This is wild, son. Let me move out the way. That shit wild. Youngins, babies. Man, shout out to LJ, man. That was harsh. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was kind of hard to get through. You know what I'm saying? It was super, like, it was kind of hard to get through. I ain't gonna lie to you. Super heartbreaking. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, I want to say, you know what I'm saying, rest in peace to all the fallen. You know what I'm saying? May God rest your souls and all that. You feel me? I just did a moment of silence on y'all without y'all even knowing. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all can find a resolve somehow. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie to you. This is just for my education. You know what I'm saying? For me to learn on what y'all young brothers go through. You know what I'm saying? On a day-to-day basis, or what y'all are going through. You know what I'm saying? Or what y'all went through. You know what I'm saying? Because it's easy for us to, like I keep saying, it's easy for us to look on the outside. You know what I mean? Looking in. It'd be like, you know what I mean? It's a bunch of senseless stuff going on, you feel me? But to see the hurt, to see the pain y'all go through, to see the anguish, you know what I'm saying? To see the frustration and how y'all let off that frustration is you know what I'm saying? It's a detriment, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna lie to you. You see all them names, you know what I'm saying? I'm born in 87, you feel me? I'm 34. A lot of them names, it's in the 90s, 96, 98, 2000, 2006. A lot of y'all is just being born out here. A lot of y'all have a whole lot of life, you know what I'm saying? And have a whole lot ahead of y'all. Not a lot of y'all, all of y'all, you know what I'm saying? For the ones that can make it out, man, try your best to make it out. For the ones that's in too deep, man. Look, man, try your best to keep the positivity around you, man, and strive to be better. You know what I'm saying? I'm praying for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. I feel like we're gonna do this maybe once a month, once every 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. We're gonna start a series. We're gonna have seasons. You know what I'm saying? This is like the Chicago, you know what I mean, season, if you will. Maybe I need to change the title. However, we're gonna go back, you know what I'm saying? We just watched the full story, right? Bro got individual stories of the, you know what I'm saying, like of these accounts. So we're gonna go back to the individual stories and, you know what I mean, kind of learn from there as well. You know what I'm saying? This is kind of just like the precursor to things. You feel me? Like I said, once again, man, I'm praying for all of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to the fallen. You know what I'm saying? Condolences to all the family, to all the people involved in this. You know what I'm saying? This got to be hard on all the moms, all the pops, all the sisters, all the brothers. You know what I'm saying? The cousins, the uncles, aunties. You know what I'm saying? Like, it got to be hard. You know what I'm saying? To go through that, and y'all too. You know what I'm saying? Y'all that's out there doing it, you know what I'm saying? This got to be hard on y'all as well. You know what I'm saying? And you could try to mask it. You could try to be like, you know what I mean? That's how we are. You know what I'm saying? But I know it hurts. You know what I'm saying? Either way, man. Shout out to the people. Let's see who we had rocking with us. Shout out to Nando. Shout out to 702 Cheese. Who else we got in here? Red Lights. Get your bars up. Did I say 702? 702. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to 702, my brother. Bruce Leaf, my brother, salute. Snake King Cole, salute. Chunkum, salute. You know what I'm saying? Zozo, salute. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that fell in, you know what I mean? Everybody that came in and showed some love, show support. I appreciate all of y'all. You did what I'm saying. Y'all make sure to like, comment, and well, tell me what y'all think about this down in the comments below, man. Give me y'all insight on this. You feel me? In the comments below. You feel me? Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. You dig? Damn, y'all ain't tell me this shit was up the whole time. Y'all could have told me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Salute for those that deserve it. You feel me? And as always, man, y'all already know, man. I love the hell out of y'all, man. King.
Was he like That was electric.